Bueno, como no tenemos el pinche live stream, no tenemos la guitarra, no tenemos a Fernie, pues vamos a darle gas. All right, so no intro song.
Who's gonna edit this thing, güey?
Oh, well, Fernie from fucking the holding tank.
How?
Hey, ese way he keistered the phone. So he
Pero how are you gonna send them the card or what?
Through what I'll do is I'll download it on Google Drive, and then I'll email it to him.
So he has internet wherever he's at?
Who knows? Ese cabrón fucking...
Fuck, dude.
All right, so... All right, let's start it off.
So he'll put the intro song and all that shit where you don't have to worry about
hopefully.
it. Well, I mean, he has all that stuff.
Yeah, he has everything on his phone. So if he keistered it, ya le hicimos, güey. All right, so...
We live in some crazy times, bro.
Chicano Shuffle, tomando chelas, chingando tacos, having some fun. Chicano Shuffle, all kinds of masa. Fernie's all nervous, give him a beer or two. Chicano Shuffle, Esteve's an asshole, just lost some fans. Oh well, tough shit.
Tough shit.
Chicano Shuffle, Ramon's el guapo. He tells good stories. Let's interrupt.
We will.
Chicano Shuffle, we love our fan. We hope you like this. If not, oh well.
Oh well. What's up, raza?
¿No, ya empezamos?
Ya empezamos, güey. Ya tenemos un minuto grabando.
Oh. Este güey así quiere la chingada. What's up?
No, pues no tenemos a first. I don't have
Holy
to waste
shit,
time.
this is a rough start, bro.
It was when there's an emergency, Mira, or what is it?
SOS or Mayday?
SOS.
Mayday. Yeah. Pues estamos en emergency.
Yeah.
So, where did he go?
Nomás para que sepan, raza.
Yeah.
Fernie was out at Home Depot. Well, not at Home Depot. He was at the McDonald's next to the Home Depot. Agarrando su McGriddle breakfast cuando lo agarró hielo. Because, fucking they confused him. He tiene la cachucha toda sudada, all fucking stained up.
They thought this roofer needs to go. Taking our jobs.
It was laundry day, so he's wearing his dirty clothes and his...
He's wearing his
Dirty baseball cap.
immigrant made Chicano Shuffle shirt, so he can't.
So lo agarraron.
They got him slipping, bro.
Because all the people that have listened to Chicano Shuffle from day one or
How long has
day
that been?
50, since 2017.
7 years?
8. Oh, yeah, 7
8?
plus.
Oh, shit.
7 plus years.
Ya es un chingo,
Vamos
ya. Ya hay que terminar esta madre, güey.
Vas a empezar otra vez.
Let's do something productive in life,
So, los que todos saben, we've never had an episode without Fernie. This is the first.
This is the first way. Leave it up to Trump to make us fucking figure out the sound.
I know, aquí estamos aquí fucking around. I'm like, I hope this comes out right. I didn't adjust no volume, no levels, no nothing.
Shit, bro. Are we recording at least?
Yeah, we are. I see the timer going.
Shit, all right.
Así como dicen la raza, raw dogging.
Raw dog. Viva México, cabrón.
Fuck, aguas, porque te agarra hielo, güey.
No
Nah,
hablen
mi gorra no
español.
está sudada, güey.
No hablen español. Don't make eye contact with anybody.
Dude, I'm even carrying my passport with me.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I have my
shit.
passport card.
I got my passport card, the little fucking ID.
Fuck, güey.
Pero, güey, I mean, a lo que se escuchan las noticias y todo, they don't give a fuck about that. They don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Todos
No.
saben.
And they're like, no, Mr. George. I'm like, I mean, it's one of those where like, should you fuck with him? Or qué pedo? Or like, hey, not. Because I've seen, again, all of this I've seen on social media. So no me consta.
Oh, so it's not real. It's
I'm not
true.
out there. I'm not in the fucking trenches like Fernie is.
Damn.
He's literally in the trenches.
Yeah, ahorita lo tienen. Fucking.
Pero es que a nuestro compa no lo deportaron por mexicano, güey. Es que también los árabes, they were like, también estos güeyes, vámonos. So they thought he was an árabe, güey. Like, este cabrón.
Se está queriendo pasar por pinche paisa. Nah.
Este güey is double bonus for this guy.
Yeah.
We got an árabe aquí at Home Depot.
An
Ya ves,
immigrant árabe.
ya ves que el güey dice que lo confunden como árabe, el güey, según. That's what he said.
Parece la jala.
That's what he said.
Years ago in the podcast, I mean, like, I got confused. I would get confused with like a Polynesian. Esteban with like an Asian.
Religion, yeah.
And then Fernie left out. He's all like, I always think people think I'm a fucking Middle Eastern or Arab.
Yeah.
Un pinche árabe.
We're like, güey, ¿de dónde,
¿De
güey?
dónde, cabrón?
¿Por qué? Like,
Like, well, you don't even have a hairy chest, güey. You don't have fucking...
I don't know.
I don't know.
Pinche beard lo tienes todo patchy, güey. What do you mean nada, güey?
I wonder why. I would get confused. Well, but he asked if I was Persian.
Persian?
I'm like,
I see the
like,
I
I
see
don't
the
know why.
pinche
but okay. In college, I
the
did.
Armenian in you.
I don't see Persian.
Armenian, maybe. I don't know. Pero así como Middle Eastern también, I'm like,
Noelia does have that Armenian vibe.
Does she?
what the fuck?
I didn't know it
Give her
was a
some
vibe.
jewelry.
Wait, what's the Armenian vibe, güey? I don't know.
Enojados? What does that mean?
I don't know. Like, it's hard to explain. I mean, you got the jet black hair.
Her Range Rover gave it away, or what?
No, I don't
Hey,
know.
Noelia, do you dye your hair?
No.
Right?
Why you put it on the
No,
spot? in the
because
podcast?
no. So
Dig, that's
So-
a big question, güey. No,
No,
mames.
no.
Why are you like asking me my
'Cause-
weight?
'cause-
Oh, man,
Hey,
no.
Noelia, do you do
because
Botox?
I think now that I think about it, if you like in our family, Noelia, like my grandpa didn't have like that much of white hair. He
my
had a
grandma
full
did.
thick hair.
Yeah, but my grandma did.
But like like my the younger tia that we have, tiene poquitas canas, but she's already like in her 60s.
Yeah. You know?
And she doesn't dye her hair.
Pero tú sí te pintas el pelo.
Yo
güey.
no me lo pinto, es lo que estoy, eso es lo que me voy.
La otra vez llegaste con las orejas moradas, güey. Para que no las hacemos pendejos, güey.
La chingada, güey.
Que se le olvidó ponerse vaselina.
Simón, güey. Qué pinche Kool-Aid de
Ah.
pinche de Black Cherry. No mames.
Nah. I don't dye it.
Wait, I saw your purple ears, bro.
I don't dye it. I've been asking the mija if she could go on the record and say that I don't dye my hair.
But there's things that our partners don't even know about us, way.
That's true.
Why do you think she knows everything, man?
You would know if someone dyes their hair.
I don't know, way. You're pretty sneaky, bro.
No, pero ¿no piensas que también se hubiera pintado la barba?
Yeah.
Pero es que quiere at least, he wants to even it out.
Yeah, no, he wants to keep it like it's
I don't know. Es que la barba es la del pegue, dice.
No. Sí se le nota.
La barba es la del pegue, güey.
No, ya no.
Mírala. Hey, it needs a drag for this conversation. Hey, you notice when people are stressed out, they take a fucking puff, where you ever
Oh, shit.
Biting my nails.
They start looking around like, oh, shit. Like, hey, look at the sky, man. It looks pretty nice color,
Hey,
man.
so have you guys heard about ICE? Yeah, my homie got deported.
Yeah, dude, like,
Yeah, you
yesterday,
got detained.
guys, if you guys see all
It's
that
been-
shit last night.
It's been crazy. Comenzaron, what was it? Like I think
Thursday?
Thursday or Wednesday in Boyle Heights.
Wait, but have you guys talked to your parents about it? Because I don't think it's that big of a deal for them, right?
No, it's not a big deal for me.
I think.
Ellos no salen.
Pero es que, güey, when they used to get deported, I don't think it was that crazy like it
No.
was now, güey. I mean, my dad, one time, I was telling you guys, one time my dad got deported around mid-December and he was happy because he was going to spend time in Mexico en Navidad, güey.
Para las pinches posadas y made it on time.
Salió en impromptu vacation, dice.
Oh, speedo.
Ya me estaba enfadando de este jale, dice. So,
Yeah, you know.
But-
Así se evita de comprarle regalos.
pero, güey.
He's like, I need some family time.
Pero, güey, like, I think the deportation was different for them, güey. It
Yeah.
wasn't like what it is now, güey.
Yeah, esas son las discusiones. I mean, at least the disagreements I have with my mom. De que her thing's like, oh, well, this is not the first time it's happened. I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't make it right and all this shit. My biggest fight with her right now is not even about anything else except stop watching Telemundo and Univision.
Yeah.
Stop it. But, you know, then I just try not to get into it with her because her experience is different than mine. Pero yo le digo, es que usted está viendo otras cosas que, you know. And then the whole thing now is AI is like, what is it that we're seeing that is real or
What
not?
is real, yeah.
So I'm just like, you know what, lady, it's just not right. That's just it. Let's just agree on that. Y ya, you know. Pero it's a heavy feeling. Like I was telling the guys que anoche I was driving home at night late. I I don't know, late a las 9.
Late,
Shit.
6:30.
Ya para mi edad es late.
6:30 p.m. güey.
La plevada right
No,
now.
sí,
At
I-
9 they're getting
No,
ready to go out.
Y sí
Ni que fuera The Purge, I gotta be home by nighttime.
No, pero me la pienso, digo, ya estoy como I'm old because I think like,
Yeah.
fuck, let me get home before the kids come out and start driving crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
You know, before the fucking, the spilling. ¿Cómo se llaman esos? The guys that be spinning in
Oh,
the
the
wheels?
takeovers?
Those takeovers.
Yeah.
Before they do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pero it just felt weird. Just felt I don't know. And then I'm not too far from Paramount where a lot of the shit was going down last
Mm-hmm.
night. Y sí se escuchaban whatever it was.
The flashbangs or
Yeah, all that.
Or the
It's just-
fucking también la raza tronando pinches cohetes.
Yeah, it's just,
They were throwing so it looks like the agents were throwing tear gas, right? Y a alguien se le ocurrió like, you know what? Fuck you putos. They pick it up and throw it back at them.
Good. I mean, because really there's no, like, is it really necessary to do this? No, it's just tactics to, scare us. And it does scare people. Por ejemplo, yo también dije, no, like, I'm sure a lot of people feel like, how can I be of service during these times? Because me personally, like, yo no sirvo de andar corriendo y haciendo desmadre porque my body doesn't allow it. I don't run fast. My knee, el otro día me fui de parrandas y me duele mi rodilla.
¿Te fuiste a sacudir el tapete? Where were you dancing?
A sacudir la chancla.
I went out all weekend.
Where were you dancing?
Ahorita voy
Cumbias
The
or-
forbidden land.
Oh, cumbias? Oh, yeah. Cumbias will get your fucking joints hurting, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Anything, way. Even
Yeah.
fucking line dancing will get you.
Anything.
Line dancing? Who the
Yeah,
fuck
but
does
you gotta
line
do those
dancing,
little
güey?
twists and shit.
Little
Pinche
twist.
caballo dorado over here.
Pero
Nah, si las cumbias, no.
Yeah.
Es que you gotta stretch, güey. You fucking just go
Yeah.
straight into it.
well, it's good. I'll get to that part.
Not even tibia, toda fría.
No, sí, it's true, it's true.
Chila, you can't go fucking de volada in the dance floor.
Pues yo, es que pues,
Es que esos tiempos ya, no, you gotta stretch.
My sciatic.
You gotta put some Vicks on the nerves.
stop it.
Te tienes que poner pinche
Mira,
rap-
Noelia, she's throwing a middle dance.
Ay, güey. Le pegó la...
No.
Mira,
No.
Fuck, she's doing the kids dance now.
Es que Noelia, we can't be that
Is that the
reckless.
stanky leg? She's bringing back the stanky leg.
Well, someone said that the rheuma hit him, bro.
She's leaning like a chola too.
Noelia, I don't think she's stretched, bro. She's crazy.
I'm over here worried. I'm like, nah, bro,
worried.
she's got it.
She's
Déjala.
got bad form.
She's in her element. Look at her.
Noelia, ya le dije que se estirara antes. No hace caso.
Let her do her thing.
No
No
hace
me
caso.
estiré, no me estiré.
Que dice que by the time the stretch routine ends, ya se acabó la rola. This is my jam.
Holy
Que
shit.
Noelia, you can't just go without stretching, Noelia.
No, but
Hasta
you
yo
know-
para tocar la pinche guitarra gotta stretch now. You can't fucking... we can't go in así,
No.
Pinche Noelia.
Oh, man. Mira, ya
Oh,
ves.
this is my jam. La pinche soda stereo right now.
Cumbia.
pura
En cumbia. Oh, no,
Pura
you can't
cumbia,
pass that
güey.
one out.
No, es que you gotta
Ay,
stretch.
pues,
no.
hombre.
No te metas con mi cucu.
No,
Ah, fuck
Ay, ay, ay. Yo tenía un tío que le decíamos el ay, ay, ay. Porque le pegaban rimas y el güey se agarraba. Ay, 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 ay.
Y todo. Ay, 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 ay,
El ay, 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 ahí viene el ay, ay, ay.
Man, forget y'all. Back to the...
Esos apodos ya no se hacen, ¿verdad? Que mi tío la yaya tenía un compa que le decían el Budweiser también porque siempre estaba pisteando Budweiser. Y ahí viene el Budweiser.
I was hearing this thing on fucking on Instagram. One way is all like, you know what? Because they were talking about the nickname que le dieron a Trump, right? Taco. Trump always chickens out. And y que se encabronó. Y luego this way was all like, hey, wait. You fucking Mexicans tan cabrones for nicknames. He's all like, when I was in elementary, I had my candies and I'm in the PE field or in the playground, and I tripped and I fell, and for fucking the rest of my life, they called me La Piñata.
What a dick. I had a friend in high school named Geronimo. Y el güey tenía, no sé qué era, que los ojos siempre estaban.
¿Le bailaban?
Yeah, and le pusían el cataratas, güey.
Ay, my God.
like what the fuck? Like, what, pinches 16-year-olds ya dando polls like adults, güey. El Cataratas, güey. That was rough, güey.
I mean, but dude, the nicknames are fucking sweet, dude.
They are sweet, güey.
They're fucking evil, but they're sweet. I mean, there's creativity behind
It depends if you can. Si está cabrón, it must be hard getting bullied with a nickname, güey.
Sí, hombre.
And then you have to take it for your whole fucking high school career.
Fucking, I just found out that fucking someone was telling me they work in the school. There's this girl that was in a wheelchair, but you know she's es bravita, la cabrona, right?
Well, she has to.
Yeah.
The
Pues
fuck?
le pusieron la Hot Wheels.
What the fuck?
They're like, fucking kids are savages.
Che, yo una vez la traté de hacer de bully in high school. It wasn't the career for me, bro. Because the nerd that I fucking thought I could bully, all his brothers were cholos, güey. Me salió más cabrón. Me salió más cabrón que a regular fucking bookworm, güey. Se me puso el brinco and I was like, wait, this isn't how this is supposed to work, güey.
Hold on, let me check the bylaws. Hold on.
Wait, you're supposed to be submissive, güey.
Se quitó su nerd outfit y tenía
Nah, he
cholo
was
outfit
fucking,
under.
yeah, he was fucking...
You from puto? Like, what the fuck?
Don't let the glasses fool you, eh?
Yeah, I couldn't be a bully, güey.
Nah.
I was into that.
No, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it would. I don't know. I don't feel right being a bully. I mean, to Ramon is so fine. It's okay. You know, to bully Ramon is fine.
Yeah.
But other people, other innocent bystanders, nah.
Yeah.
Pero mira, al pinche punto que iba a llegar before y'all throw me in the mix about my knee and the cumbia and shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go back full circle.
De que mira, ahorita si no pueden ir a correr en las pinches redadas y todo, like, you know, there's other ways of keeping ourselves involved to be supportive, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know I was like, fuck, I could be out there doing some shit, but like, no, güey, me caigo, ya estuvo. My parents are not going to bail me out if I go to fucking jail.
Yeah.
They really aren't. You know, I'll jeopardize my job, my livelihood, and all that stuff. So, ¿en qué puedo servir?
And your dog?
My dog. Yeah, all that stuff. Por eso digo, like, the people that are out there, like, I applaud them because, like, I'm not going to be doing that. I can't. Physically, I can't do it. Pero hay otras cosas que sí puedo hacer. So, there's some people that are like...
Noelia, why don't you... Can you start a colecta for Fernie?
I mean, we can. Un
GoFundMe para sacar al árabe.
El pinche árabe.
Do we even know where he's at?
Hay que librar el árabe. Noelia, we
where
can do
he's
some
at?
shirts.
We can do some shit.
Who knows where? He's in the desert somewhere. Is the last time I heard.
He's in a clandestine area, no sabía.
Fuck.
Nos manda text every once in a while.
Bueno, pues a ver, we'll figure it out.
Que según puso un message en una bottle que ahí vamos al Belmont Shorts, ahí va a llegar en una semana, dice. And we'll read the letter que nos deja ahí.
Yeah, we don't know where he's at.
We don't know where he's at, dude.
Eso es.
Yeah. Maybe le
Eso.
salió como mi dad, güey. Maybe he needed a vacation, güey. Va a estar chido.
Ahorita que estamos en junio, pues que...
Oh, it is a summer break for the kids.
Yeah. Maybe that's the thing, you know? Fucking, se ahorró un pinche viaje a México.
He's like, hey, kids, we're going to go on a trip. You know?
Meet me in fucking Sinaloa.
Va a haber un puesto de tacos árabes. ahí
Yeah,
abajo.
voy a poner los pinches tacos árabes. Ahí fucking...
He's gonna claim it al pastor. You guys took it from us. Yeah.
Lebanés el cabrón. I don't know, pinche Fernie. Oh, you know what? Fucking, donde estés, Fernie, just know that, you know, we continue the podcast.
Pero estés donde estés, nunca
¿Cómo
voy a olvidarte. Te aseguro que no.
Is that Christian?
Es también bronco.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cristian Castro, his mom was hot, dude.
She's still hot.
She's still hot. I haven't seen her in a while.
There's rumors that she's a lesbian.
She's
for
still hot
her.
as fuck. She's even hotter.
Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
¿Quién no
supposedly-
según andaba con el de fobia, el Leonardo?
I don't know.
Pues se metió con el loco Valdés. güey.
Pero back in the day, I heard que según rumores que estaba con el de fobia.
No, que no era el de los temerarios.
No sé.
También, yeah, she, sí.
Not the singer, but
The main-
the older brother.
I don't know. One of them.
Yeah,
The
but
otro bigote.
that must have been a fucking hectic household. I mean, se acababan el hairspray y pues quién
No.
se cabronaba,
Pero
mi
y
shampoo.
también me acordé que no que Christian he got in trouble because he was like flirting with like some regular girl somewhere.
So, I'm a tell a story.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Keep it short, though.
I know Cristian Castro, like I would say like 10 years ago, no, maybe 15 years ago. He came down to LA and they busted him supposedly that he was with a trans woman.
Oh, no trans?
But pobrecita mujer no era trans.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, you know, like they were saying that, you know, they burned the girl because they're like, she's a trans y que la chingada. And then they were trying to burn him, que le gustan las trans. Y resulta ser, pues que no era trans.
Well,
Pobrecita.
Sí, gente pendeja. hombre. Who cares, man?
Yeah.
Who cares? Just let it go.
No, I mean,
pero
it's true.
Pero sí, that's what I've heard about. That's what I read on the... Not even read. Nomás así las pinches scrolling de la Instagram, like little stories. I'm like, pinche gente. Ya, déjenla en paz.
But it's good with that sexual shit. Like, who gives a shit what you're into, you know? I never was like... I mean, how are you going to criticize what somebody's into? That's kind of crazy. Especially when it comes to like the sexuality and all that. I mean,
yeah, eso sí.
if you're into whatever you're into, like, I mean, why is it a big deal for somebody else? Way? I don't understand that.
Me either. Pero sí, ¿qué pues? ¿Qué de nuevo? What's going on, Esteban? You and I haven't sat together in a long time like that.
No, we haven't.
No.
Well, shit, dude, we've been really busy with like the music and stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of sucks to say no. I mean, like with everything that's happening, like estamos aquí, everything's good. I mean, it kind of feels weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It kind of feels weird to say that everything's good, everything's working now, because I mean, I know a lot of people aren't in that situation. So I kind of feel the same way. Like, I'm not gonna go and fucking scream at it in the street and block traffic, but like, how can you help? Right? I mean, I feel I'm in the same kind of position.
Yeah.
But it's a thin line, Noelia. Like, I feel like we, even though there's a lot going on, like, I don't want to just not enjoy life because of what's happening, you know, because we're not getting any younger. I mean, in 10 years, I'm going to be 52 years old. Like, that sounds crazy to think that in 10 years, or 53. And what am I going to do in my life? Like, just complain about everything that's happening and not try to enjoy it just because other people are suffering? I mean, I struggle with that.
Yeah.
Because it was such a short period of time.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like a weird time.
And it's always been a weird time, but now it's just like, I think obviously because we're older, we're more conscious of what's going on and how it's affecting us, how it's going to impact our families y todo. Pero, geez, like, pienso que siempre hay algo. Siempre, ¿verdad? There's always just some shit going on. But same thing, like, I'm not gonna go run out there and put myself in danger or anything. But the things that we can do, which is educate ourselves, provide information for people that might need it. You know, I don't know about like, hey, you know, you can stay at my place. Not about that, pero, you know, aquí pueden ir, aquí pueden hacer esto. Just staying educated more than anything.
Know your rights.
And being an ally. Being an ally.
Yeah.
You know, que si ves que algo está pasando, you know, if we, you know, there's a lot of us that are bilingual. Now it's just even scary to start speaking Spanish, and that's the sucky part.
You think so?
Yeah, porque yo leí una historia de que allá somewhere in the East Coast, some people got detained for speaking Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, of course, that's already like targeted behavior, you know, they're just targeting people. But either way, it's just like, dude, like, really, it's getting to that now?
Yeah.
Again, publicly, that we're seeing it. Pero, you know, just being an ally more than anything. That's how we can help. Being an ally means either being out in the streets or being supportive and quite a little bit more in private. You know, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of GoFundMe's for people that need representation or need to pay for their legal stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yesterday I was talking to a friend of mine who's a teacher, and she was saying there's obviously a lot of budget because there's a lot of kids that are not returning to the schools. A lot of families are moving out of state. So I'm just like, dude. And then on top of that, a lot of families are not sending their kids because some children's, you know, immigration status and all that stuff. So it's just sad. It's really sad, melancholic too feeling. Pero como dices tú, you know, we do have to continue to live our lives. It's just, you know.
I mean, I think a good stance is like, if you're saying that Spanish is like kind of dangerous to speak right now, then you speak it more.
Yeah.
Like, what, am I gonna be ashamed because I'm bilingual? Like that's crazy.
Not at all.
That's crazy for me to feel like I can't speak Spanish. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
Like,
But por eso, like, us that are bilingual, like, sometimes the relief that a person who doesn't speak English.
La cámara.
Ay, la camarita.
Well, you guys can continue.
Oye, okay, hay gente que cuando tú lo ves en el mercado, en la marqueta, that you're like, oh, they need help translating or understanding something. The relief that they feel when you're like, oh, ¿en qué le puedo ayudar? Oh, yo hablo español.
Yeah. No, I find myself doing that. El otro día, I had to go to the DMV. Fuck it. I had to go to the DMV to extend the permit. Y estaba un maestro behind me. Y ya nos pusimos a platicar and everything. And he was there just to renew his tags. And I'm, you know, I didn't know that the DMV, you don't have to go to the window or you don't have to get a ticket or a number to pay for your tags anymore.
Oh.
They have the little kiosk there.
Ah.
Well, I don't think he even needs to go. I think he did it on the internet.
Yeah, but este señor ya estaba like.
Unless he needed a smog, then that's different.
I think that must have been the case for a couple of people. Pero ya cuando yo fui, so I went and I got my number, and then he came right behind me. Like they told him, no, you don't, you could go to the kiosk and do that right there. So ya cuando saqué mi número, I'm like, all right, déjale ayudo. I went and I helped him out, and I realized, this man was very trusting. Because he gave me his his registration card.
Oh, shit.
I'm putting in his fucking information, and then iba a pagar con cash, pero la máquina wasn't taking cash, right? So then at some point I'm all like, fuck, pues ¿cómo le hacemos? Tiene que pagar con tarjeta. Si no tengo tarjeta. And then I'm all like, well, fuck it. I'll pay for you. You give me the cash. And then somehow it wasn't taking it. And I'm even thinking myself, I'm all like, ¿qué tal si este don me está transeando a mí, But I'm all like, no, it's just like, we find ourselves helping out, the older folks or even our own age or younger because of the language barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's trying to stay trying to stay current on things, They want to make sure that that they're paying their registration, that they're up to date, y que la chingada. And sometimes these tools that they give them, even though they might be simple enough, sometimes they're not.
No.
Well, technology. I mean, that's why there are a lot of the elderly community. They get scammed all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it comes down to like race if you speak Spanish or not. I mean, just in general, like the older 60 and up, they're really vulnerable to getting like their shit stolen with.
Especially to like older people que no tienen familia ya, they're like not lonely pero viven solos, no tienen mucha comunicación con mucha gente. Yeah, my parents, I think the other day they tried to somebody tried to scam them or something. I was walking Tater and I leave my phone at the apartment porque I'm like, I'm only gonna walk like a few blocks.
Yeah.
Y pues para disfrutar el pinche aire, And then I get back and I see 2 missed calls from my mom. And I'm like, oh, shit. And then a text. I'm like, mija, ¿dónde andas? I'm like, oh, shit. So I call her right away. I'm like, hey, what happened? And I said, no, es que una pinche muchacha habló al número de tu papá. Diciendo, mamá, que se accidentó. Like, I guess this girl called my dad's cell number saying that she got into an accident and she was hurt. And then in that call, another person, a male, picks it up and starts acting like, no se preocupe, aquí está su hija, está bien, aquí la tenemos, blah, blah, blah. And my mom was like, what the fuck? My mom's like, I knew it wasn't you. I said, you called your dad's number. You don't talk to your dad. I'm like, yeah, exactly. And I'm like, yeah, that's weird. Y dice, no te escuchabas como tú. Le hace, además, le hace, the man that grabbed the phone from whoever it was, le hace, tenía un acento. Le dice, yo ya sabía que eran unos charlatanes.
Como like Central American? Like,
yeah.
Oh.
She said, tenías acento centroamericano. That was she said.
You can't trust them.
That was she said.
Ese hijo de puta me chocó, ma.
Yeah.
Ese cerote.
No, y luego dice mi mamá, le dice, no, yo ya sabía. Y le dije, ¿sabes qué? Dice mi mamá, dice, yo le dije, ¿sabes qué? Tú te vas a chingar a tu madre y esa morra que se muera.
No fucking way.
That's what she told me. And I'm like, good for you. Finally, you guys are starting to be mean to these fuckers.
So watch it be that it happened and then maybe she dialed the wrong digit.
That's what I told her. Le said, no. Le said, esa pinche gente, blah, blah, blah.
It could be. Because how are they trying to scam her? I don't understand what the scam is.
I might have said, like, vengan por ella.
Yeah, some shit like that. O mande aquí marque este número para aquí le van a mandar la información o a su text.
Necesita su información de médico.
Because then I thought too, like, did they call back or anything? I said, no, I'm like, all right, then it wasn't me.
But sometimes the parents being a little slower than you would like, sometimes it works for the benefit of everything, right? Because my dad's had calls before of like people trying to extort him, and como no capta mucho, like ¿cuál primo? Pero ya think my dad's having like whole ass conversations with these people.
Oye, sí, ¿cómo le salió? Ya tuvo becerrito la vaca.
¿Sabes qué? Ese güey me debe dinero. Dile que me pague. Like sometimes it works to their favor, I guess.
Well, there's this audio clip somewhere in las redes de an old man gets a call from a telemarketer and the telemarketer is trying to offer him like phones y el viejito, no, pues, ¿para qué quiero tanto teléfono si nomás soy yo? No, es que si no le queremos ofrecer la promoción de esa. No, mira, el otro día andaba hablando con este y a él le dio se me hace que es lo mismo.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
See what I mean?
So you just throw them off. I don't know, but that shit's
This guy's a
hilarious.
waste of time. So
Yeah, it's
Call it
hilarious. Me, I'm just like, huh? No, bye.
I mean,
No.
imagine when we're like 60, 70, if we get lucky to be that age.
Somebody calls us.
They're going to fucking scam the shit out of us también, güey.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have kids. I mean, not that the kids could like save us, but like, I think about that sometimes. Like, if I'm 70, like, who, like, your mom can call you and say, oh, mija, esto pasó. And then you have, you know, a more youthful kind of mentality, and you could tell her, no, sabes que esto, ¿a quién le vamos a hablar nosotros?
¿A los sobrinos que te has hecho?
¿Cuáles pinches sobrinos? Esos sobrinos andan en chinga. No van a tener tiempo para el tío que nunca les habla.
No, ni les dan de pinche domingo.
Pinche tío, they're never around.
Never a brand. No, dude. I mean, we haven't reached that age, you know. Maybe by then,
We might.
you know, we'll all live together in a farm.
We're gonna be like the Ramon, que I'll let old Ramon deal with it, and then when it's the time,
I'll let 70-year Ramon
Like,
deal
I'll
with
just
that.
wait till I'm 70 and I'll deal with it then. Yeah, makes sense.
Nah, I don't do that anymore, Esteban.
now
I learned my lesson.
You getting your shit done now.
Yeah. I'm not like, okay, no, today Ramon's got to take care of it. He might take care of it in 2-3 days, but he'll take care of it.
in the in the
shit.
present year. No, está
Yeah.
bien.
You know.
No, pero that's I get calls and I never answer calls.
I don't answer any fucking call.
Because I always think if it's people that I know, I'm like, oh shit, let me call them back because they never call. You know, like if you would have called me and I missed your call, I would call you back.
Yeah, because something happened.
Sí.
Same
Oh,
with
algo
you.
like-
That's
Okay.
the other thing.
Same
That's
with
what I'm
you.
going with. Like, so if the girl called her mom, wouldn't she have it saved, you know, and, you know?
Pero en una pinche que hectic, güey, I can see how.
O también como Noelia, fucking she left her house without her phone and something happens to her and someone like, ¿a quién le llamo? And then you know my mom's number.
But you can easily just say mom or my.
Listen, if it was a real situation and an accident, then that's on them. That's their problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna worry about that shit.
Oh, yeah,
I'm worried
está
about
cabrón.
me.
Yeah.
Pero no, yo no contesto. And then my mom like, no vas a contestar. I'm like, I don't know the number. Pero qué tal si es importante? I'm like, they'll text.
They'll leave a message. La otra vez,
They will text. They will leave a text.
The other day I got a call, a number I'd never even heard of, and they left a message. Oh, you have a call for the law offices of so-and-so. And I was like, law offices of so-and-so? What the fuck do you guys want from me? And then I looked up the number, and it was the law office. So I'm like, okay, well, this is a legit call. So I called them back. Me contestó un güey, me dice, who are you calling about? I'm like, I don't know, bro. You guys called me. Like, what the fuck you want? Because sometimes, I get sassy on the phone, especially when they're wasting my fucking time. Like, what do you want from me? Oh, let's see what the case that this number's associated with. I'm like, case? What the fuck you talking about? So yeah, she transferred me to another lady. Duré como fucking 4 minutes on hold. Ya me dice una señora, oh, Steven, me dice. And I thought maybe, you know, el güey también me dijo Steven, pero el mismo apellido mío. So I thought maybe, you know, they read it as Esteban and they just say Steven. It happens sometimes, so I just kind of let it go. But when the lady said Steven, I was like, wait, my name's not Steven. Like, who are you looking for? And she said, oh, don't you drive a 2007 Camry? Le digo, I never owned a Camry in my life. Y me dice, don't you live on fucking this and this shit? I've never lived in that. Y le digo, what's the age of the Steven that you guys are looking for? Y me dice, 23 years old. I go, wait, I'm going to be 43 next month. Like, you got the wrong guy. And she's like, oh, I fucked up. Pero it was a waste of fucking time, dude. But it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing, man? I mean, yeah, I get to that point cuando shit like that, me caga el palo, dude. When people just waste my time. Like, I get fucking really worked up. Like, what do you want?
Yeah. And it's not even, and I think with some people, like, because I find myself in those situations like, dude, what the like, stop wasting my time. Like, stop wasting my time. It's just we don't have the tolerance for it anymore. You know, there's certain things that I'm just like, I'm not being a jerk or an asshole or anything, but no soy grosera de que like, shut up. No, but it's just like, if I'm not connecting with a person, I'm just not connecting with a person. I'm not going to force myself in any situation to feel a certain way. There's some, por eso like, digo like, oh, I'm like, I don't like small talk.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I love it.
Fuck that. It's a waste of time, bro.
I mean, Ramon's a special being.
I love small talk.
You're like, oh.
I would have been like,
sí,
si ese señor como que, no, este teléfono, no, pues ¿sabe qué, maestro? Tiene razón, pero todo depende. Y también me hubiera agarrado. I'll be that guy.
Yeah, I know.
When I
you
get
are
older
that
and I
guy.
get the random calls y que, like, whatever, like, I'll fucking chat it up with them. ¿Y tú dónde andas, pelado?
Decirle, hey, I'm watching this show. What do you think the story is about? Ah, ha, ha, ha. Y que la chinga.
Hey, let me ask you, did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
Che,
Yeah.
Ramón se hace compa a los hackers que le quieren quitar la feria.
Hey, how is it possible that Daenerys made it from fucking Dragonstone to north of the wall?
Nah, este güey. It's a waste of time.
You know what I was reading too, and it's interesting that you're here, porque I think que tú sí eres más. No, que Ramón.
Vete
no.
a la chingada.
No, güey.
I don't even know where you're going to go with, but I'm already offended.
Ese pinche
No,
dientito.
que dicen que es. This month is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, you know?
Isn't it Pride Month?
Pues también, güey, los arrimaron a todos.
Okay.
Ahí está
Shit.
para que vean. It's also Pride Month, pero también, it's every month there's something, huh?
There's always something.
Nothing in August,
Except for August. They hate us in
Nothing what?
August. We don't have
Nothing
any
in
holidays.
August.
We don't
Nothing
have
in
any
August, huh?
holidays in August.
Y luego también que supone hoy es National Best Friend Day. The point is there's always something.
always
Pero
something.
the one that's highlighted now is Men's Mental Health Awareness.
Yeah.
Y pues nomás cómo están ustedes, you know, son hombres, ¿no?
I think we just gotta get used to like a certain thing, because like the one that you sent me, I'm like, dude, I eat by myself all the time. Like I just, it got to the point where it's like it doesn't really like feel like it's like not, I guess, not normal. But then when I think about it, it's like when you overanalyze it, you're like, wait, but food is like it brings, it's like community kind of thing, right? Like historically we eat with people like they comer solo. I don't think that we're wired to eat a meal like just by ourselves. Like, and I eat by myself all the fucking time. Like just kind of cook myself my meals and then just sit by myself. Without
Wait, at
any,
work or at home?
Without,
yo también.
without any music and without anything. But I think a lot of people think that that's not like healthy. But
No,
like,
it is healthy. I think it's healthy. No, but yeah, I think it's. Yo también como sola, pues obvio. Pero I don't even have a dining table. I don't have a dining area.
I made you one.
I use it for my desk. Like the table you made me,
Yeah.
like the wooden one, the picnic table, like it's my office desk at home. Pero no tengo dining table, so yo cuando cocino, I eat standing up on the counter, or I eat standing up walking around, watching shit.
yeah,
You okay?
right?
Are you okay, Mia?
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you.
There's nothing wrong
No,
with
I'm not okay. I haven't been okay in a long time.
But
Pero-
the thing about it, Noelia, is that I think we have to be really careful what we read on the internet, because they make a deal about anything where let's say we're eating by ourselves and all of a sudden you see something about men's mental health and the guy's eating by himself and he's depressed and you're like, wait, so I'm not supposed to do
No,
this?
I think no. I didn't even send it like that. Like this
No,
guy
but
eating
what I'm
alone.
saying is like sometimes on the internet, like I feel like they make things out of something that maybe to you it's not an issue,
Got it.
and then you read it and you're like, wait, so I should be worried about this? Like,
Got it.
I don't know.
No, yo lo mandé because I sent to my guy friend porque it's just a little reel or whatever. Pero in el reel, it's the guy's eating by himself. But it's just pretty much saying like send it to the male friends in your life that you care about and you love them. And I'm like, mira, algo tiernito para mis amigos. Pero for me, I mean not me, but I think in general, just it's not easy. Pero sí, I'm like, oh yeah, dudes do go through their own shit.
Yeah.
You know, dudes,
Yeah.
everybody. Pero a veces, yo no entiendo what it is to be a male that experiences depression. I don't know what it's like to be a male that experiences anxiety. I don't know how males react to those things, you know, and to me, it's always been something that I want to know because, you know, there's so much on social media, so much like men against women, women against men.
that's
Men ain't
stupid.
shit, women ain't shit. If
That's
he ain't doing
stupid.
this, he don't love me. If she ain't doing this, she don't love me. Okay, fine. Whatever. All of that, whatever. But all that adds to that stress and that anxiety and that depression. I know how I feel and I know my triggers. I know some coping skills that I'm still trying to work on and learn. Pero a veces sí digo like, how do I check in with my male friends? I know how to check in with my girlfriends. Like, hey, bitch,
Yeah.
this is what's going on with me, and I'm just saying it because I have to say it to someone so that
Yeah.
it's out there and I could process it. But with my male friends, it's like, how do I approach it? Like, hey, bro, I don't even say bro, but I'm like, hey, so and so, like, ¿Cómo estás? Like, what's going on? Like, are you okay with work? Are you okay with school? Like, how's your family going? Especially because these are not conversations that we were ever taught to have.
No.
And especially now that we're getting older, we're in our 40s. And I was literally telling my mom, like, Ma, usted nunca me dijo nada de la pinche menopausa. Yo nomás lo que sabía is that you guys were grouchy and sweaty. The conversation that we're hearing my tias have was just like,
What is it that you're realizing that that you weren't told?
The details.
Like what?
Like details of for example, in my case as a female, like menopause, perimenopause, that there's a lot of mental fogginess, forgetting things. The body's changing where it's like, you know, I could just be sitting and suddenly I'm just starting to like get sweaty. Digo, ¿por qué? Like, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is anybody else going through this? And then I'll look at another female my age and I'm just like, are you going through this? Feeling certain things in my body, like tingliness, that I'm just like, tingling. No, and, you know, cosas que I'm just like, what the fuck, is this normal? My face, my skin feeling a little bit different and blotchy. So there's little things que I'm just like, I never read about this. I never knew about this. So por eso le digo a mi mamá, cuando usted estaba pasando por esto, what were you experiencing? So anyways, when it comes to the female, there's menopause, perimenopause, and all that shit. But then, like I was telling you earlier, I'll be doing something and I'm like, oh shit, ¿qué estaba haciendo? Se me olvidó. Let's just say, and I'll be like, I start paying attention to behaviors. I'm like, is it grief? Is it depression? Is it this? Is it that? Is it age? Is it stress?
Is it Alzheimer's?
Is it what? Yeah, what is it? But there's so many things.
Why you gonna go to the extremes, bro?
Well, because it does run. It does run in
Why
our,
you gotta
in our
run
family.
a good rant, bro? Which fucking is it all time?
Dropping the bomb, boom.
Hey, well, fuck. You know,
no, pero por
it
eso
could
digo,
be that.
son esas cosas. Y luego I'm like, I never heard my uncles talking about them being sad or depressed. They were just always angry.
Yeah.
You know, I don't remember my tias talking about, you know, things that they would do to not be sad or none of these conversations, you know?
I mean, it's just, we don't really talk about it even within ourselves. No?
Por eso digo, and that's why it's like,
I mean, I know that's one thing that one of many things that I admire about women is like the way when you guys socialize with other women is like you guys are very open and it's not like out of the ordinary for you guys to share exactly how you're feeling. We don't do that. Like we don't have that dynamic where, I mean, we can be like something's going on, or you know, there's times where one of us, because we've all obviously in the years that we've had a relationship, one of us is going through something at some point, but we just kind of deal with it. Like we just kind of move on, and I'm not saying that it's like the best thing to do, but it's just like we don't. I mean, we don't even talk about that within ourselves. You know what I mean? And then we're constantly like, you know, earlier I talked about like I eat by myself, I don't have music, I don't have anything. And that might seem like it's a little extreme, but I feel like it's important to like not have any distractions sometimes, at least once, 15, 20 minutes a day, just to like really get your thoughts like in order. Like I got into the habit of driving to work and back without listening to any music, without anything, just kind of thinking and kind of resetting myself. And like, well, if I go through something at work, it's like, wait, why'd you let that get to you?
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck did you react to that?
I haven't taken the phone with me to the restroom now for about a week.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
So
That's fucking
I'm
awesome,
just staring
dude.
at the toalla, taking a masa.
But hey, wait, that's fucking awesome, dude.
But it's a time to check in with yourself. Por eso tú dices, oh, I drive without the music or distractions. Yo también now when I walk with Tater, it's like, no, like, disfruta lo que es el sentir el aire, the sounds of nature, the bird, like all that shit that, like, oh, you know.
But you should take your phone with you, mija.
Yeah.
Just keep
for
it
safety.
in your back pocket. Yeah.
I mean, I take my pocket knife and my pepper spray,
sure.
pero no, sí, entiendo esa parte. But it's also, I use that time to self-reflect, to think of those situations, like what happened today that I could have been better at.
Just imagine like Tater, like, you know, I see dog owners all the time walking their dogs, not even paying attention to their dogs. I mean, just be present, dude.
Yeah.
Your dog's like right here. Why are you on your phone walking your fucking dog? Like, pay attention.
Yeah.
Like, talk to them.
no le digo,
You know,
no andes de
make fun of
peleonera.
them. Cabrona, ya te vas a cagar otra vez.
Sí.
You know what?
Yeah.
I celebrate Stella's shit. So I'm like, damn, that was a good one.
Yeah, dude. You guys are good dog
Yeah.
friends.
Fuck yeah.
No. Sí, no, y eso también, like, eso es lo que hago también. I pay attention to her because she's getting older. And I've learned, you know, también by reading it, like, older dogs, they're going to take more time doing things because their senses are in smelling and hearing. So she sniffs extra. She takes extra time sniffing the walks are shorter though because se cansa. Pero those walks, like, it's all for her también. Like,
But I heard, maybe I'm wrong, but I heard that the sniffing is part of like the exercising, no? Like they burn a lot of like calories or whatever while they're sniffing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's healthy to have them. And I see dog parents all the time on their walks because sometimes I walk with my girlfriend's dog and we kind of walk around the neighborhood and I see other dogs and like they're trying to sniff and they pull them. Like, dude, let them fucking sniff.
Oh yeah, I
understand you probably need to get back home, but like, don't rush their time out. I mean,
they're
That's
locked
every
in
time
all
out.
day, you know.
Yes, when we get into the topic of dog owners, it's just we're never gonna leave.
oh yeah, there's a lot of people.
I'm like, we're never gonna
They
leave.
should not be dog owners.
Pero
I as I get older, I do like I know it sounds kind of dark, but like, you know, I get older and I'm like I can understand why people commit suicide. Like, I can really understand.
Yeah.
Like when I was in my 20s, I was like, what the fuck, man? That's the easy way out. You're fucking selfish. Your family's. And as the older I get, the more like life kind of throws shit at me, and the more like, you know, it's
you
like,
can empathize and understand. Like,
oh, dude, I totally
the
get
desperation that a person must have been going through to
I
take such a
100%
drastic,
get it. Like, I understand like why somebody would be like, that's the only thing in life. Because life, I mean, life is crazy, dude. If you really let it fucking take a hold of you. I mean, my girlfriend's had a friend, an older lady. Well, not even that older. She was probably in her mid-50s. And my girlfriend's mom just got a random call like a month ago, and the lady called her, one of her old friends that she hasn't seen in a while. And she's like, you know, I just wanted to tell you, give you my goodbyes. Like, I've been going through cancer, and like we're planning a trip to Europe, and we're gonna do the assisted suicide thing or whatever the proper name is. And so I just wanted to say my goodbyes. Like, I share our friendship, but this is like, I can't do this anymore. So her husband took her to Europe. They went through like this whole. They probably spent all the 401k or whatever she had just to have a nice European vacation for, and then she just went to, I don't know, Switzerland or somewhere out there. Y pues ya no regresó la señora. That was it.
Pues sí, pues, ¿qué te vas a llevar when you die?
Pues
Nothing.
nada.
So yeah, I mean,
just fucking everything is borrowed.
Yeah. Pero so it's just, you know, uno dice like, oh, check in on your loved ones, but I think it's hard. It can be hard. Like, well, how do I check in? You know, how do I ask them like, hey, are you doing okay? Just checking in with you, because then the other person on the receiving end is like, well, do you really want to know what's going on? Are you just being polite or?
Yeah.
Pero no, I'm an open book with my friends, and I always do tell them like, hey, I'm available, you know, and I'm here.
I think a lot of people don't, like, we talk about checking in with your friends, but I feel like a lot of people don't know how to check in with themselves.
That too.
So how are we gonna like be open to our friends asking us questions where we're not even checking in on ourselves? Like, so a lot of the times I feel like people don't even know, like, they understand that they're feeling a certain way, but like they can't pinpoint to what it is. Like, how does one even like attempt to like change their life when they don't even know how to go about it?
Yeah. Porque muchas veces también yo me he puesto a pensar, like, when I have those moments of like, well, why am I feeling this way? And I'll start thinking like, oh, I'm feeling this way because A, B, C, and D. Okay. But then why A, B, C, and D? And where did that come from? And then it's just digging and trying to. Now, it doesn't happen all the time, but there's some moments that I'm like, oh, okay, I could see why I'm like that. And I could see why I react this way. And I could see why I become this way. All right. I understand where it might be coming from. Entonces, it helps me with being able to change certain patterns or ideas. But it takes practice. Porque como dices, like, how do we check in with ourselves when we're not even aware of what's causing a certain situation or a certain emotion or a feeling or a reaction? You know, muchos dicen, at least me, like, oh, you know, learn your coping skills, learn your triggers. But it's like, well, I don't know what triggers are. I don't know what this is. It's like, you know, some people, unfortunately, when they are physically triggered, that reaction just consumes them fully, where they're not even able to rationalize. Entonces, son muchas cosas, pero I mean, my thing is always like, do what you can to take care of yourself as long as it's not damaging others around you.
Yeah.
You know, because even habits of like, oh, you know, I like to go to the bar just to chill and everything. Okay, that's cool, but how often are you going to the bar? How many drinks are you having?
Are you driving?
What type of people are you surrounding yourself with? Are you having, you know, because when people drink, you know, people's system is a little bit altered. The conversations can become more like about anything, but it's like, oh, what kind of conversations did you have with these friends? Were they productive conversations? Are they conversations about just dumb shit, or things que te dejan like, like, let me think on that. Let me take that with me. Let me study it. Let me research it. But so it sucks because it's like you said, like, how do we check in with ourselves? We don't even know what the fuck is going on.
I mean, I pretty much came to the conclusion like a while ago that if I ever have any like any kind of diseases that I know I'm gonna die of, I'm not gonna tell anybody. It's just gonna be one of those like just gonna come out of nowhere. Like I don't feel like people. I don't know. I just always been kind of more reserved, and even though maybe some people would criticize that, like, dude, you have to be more open. But I just came to the conclusion that if I was diagnosed with something, nobody's gonna know about it. It's just gonna be one of those things where. And
that's your prerogative. That's your decision.
Yeah,
that's your decision. Like, because you only know why you're doing it. Only you know why. The reason you're doing it, where it comes from, and nobody else has to understand it. Because even if you were to explain it, it's like, yeah, but.
Yeah, I mean the main reason, Noelia, is that I wouldn't want somebody to like. I want to spend the time with the people that I love and I hang out with. I want it to be about like the moment, not like talking to me like they know I'm gonna end up dying and. I don't want that sympathy. I don't want people to treat me different because I have a condition that I'm not going to survive. Like I just want to just have real conversations that have nothing to do with that, and I just don't want to ruin like the moments. You know what I mean? That's the main reason. Is that I just don't want people to like treat me different.
Yeah, I see that. I could see that. ¿Y tú?
No, este güey ya nos pone que quiere que fucking ya nos dio la lista.
Yo cuando me deprimo abrazo a Estela.
No, I tend to like ¿cómo te digo? I know I'm at fault at this, that I don't reach out to people.
Yeah.
I don't reach out, and I don't go like, hey, how's it going? Hey, just reaching out because hey, me siento de la chingada or anything. For me, it's just ¿cómo te diría? Not that I could handle it or anything, but it's just like I gotta get out of this. I gotta get out of this. I'm not gonna worry my family. I'm not gonna worry my friends, or I'm not gonna be like. Sometimes I feel like it's the boy that cried wolf. Because we've had friends that like have gone through some shit, and they reach out and you talk to them and everything, and you're like, not sort of. It's extreme saying, well, talk them off the ledge. But you kind of like try to give perspective and everything, and they say it helps them, but then they go back and they do the same shit.
Yeah, it's a waste of conversation, bro. Y más aparte la gente que así likes to vent, güey. The thing que me cae al palo de gente así is they never ask you how you're doing.
Ándale.
Like it's always just about their fucking bullshit, but like, dude. Get in fucking line. Everybody's going through shit, dude.
Take a number, fool.
Really, like, I just don't like people like that, bro. That it's always about them. It's always their bullshit. And you're like, never ask you how you're doing.
Yeah, it's true. I mean? No, I do. I do understand. Y luego the thing is, too, is like, it's been 5 years of the same issues. Like, have you considered looking at the bigger picture and maybe you are the
common denominator?
What is because like,
it's so cliche, right?
Yeah.
Like you point your finger and there's three pointing at you.
Yeah, but it's just like, wait. Like, it's the same pattern. Por eso digo, like, when we do become self-aware, we start realizing the patterns that we have.
Yeah.
And it's like, and why we do that. Pero sí, hay una gente que, I have my friends and I'll be like, hey, bitch, I need to vent. I need to say this shit and whatever. Así. But it's friends that I'm constantly, que ya sabemos la rutina. Like, I'm not, if I'm venting, it doesn't mean I don't care. It's just that I need to say this,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're like one of the few people that are not like that. I think that I have around. Like, if I tell you how I'm going, like it's vice versa. Like you always ask. Like it's never just about you, like what you're going through. It's always like a back and forth, which I really do appreciate because that's
desembuche, like but how are you doing?
Fucking 5 hours later. Hey, but how are you doing?
But that's not the point. The point is that at least she asked. Way like people
and then Steph's like, well, now that you mention it, oh shit, sorry, Steph, I gotta take this call. I'll talk to you later. Oh shit, Tater's gotta go out. I'll talk to you later.
Nah, wait, there's people like that, bro.
Yeah. No, pero sí también eso de que estamos diciendo a gente que you're like, hey, dude, that's the same problem we had like
Yeah.
A few, but what?
So draining, dude.
Yeah, it can be. Más por la gente que, where it's just constantly they're having issues and they're always just constantly blaming everything else and their families and their parents. And I'm at the point that yo digo, all right, our parents did do some damage, but now we gotta, come on, ya pon de tu parte.
Basta de pendejadas.
Yeah, just
Yeah, 100%, dude.
fine.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to tell your parents what they did? All right, but you at some point you do have to choose to move on from that.
Yeah.
And learn from it, grow from it, and try to maybe just not make mistakes that you feel they made.
I mean, the reality is that, it's not your fault that you went through your childhood, but it is your responsibility to, like, get that shit taken care of.
Yeah.
Like, your parents aren't going to fucking fix your
No.
problems right now.
No. That's why por eso digo yo, me and my mom, like, we have that relationship where it's like, ay, ma, but then I'm like, pues, a ver qué. And we're able to have conversations like that now, because I think I shared it before. I'll be like, no, mamá, hay que hablar como dos personas adultas.
Al chile.
Al grano, al pinche con calzón quitado. No, tampoco. Pero where I can have conversations with her, where like, no, espérese. Because she'll be like, déjame hablar. I'm like, no, déjeme usted hablar primero a mí. Like, let me finish because then her little ADD kicks in where she's like, I can see it in her eyes, her brain's wiring up. And I'm like, nope, espérese. So I'm able to have those conversations. I know other people, they're not able to have those type of conversations with their parents. Me, I've taken a long time to get there with her. A long time. But now it is there,
Yeah.
Por eso yo en unas cosas digo, bueno, pues ya me pasaron las cosas. I some things that I think about childhood, I'm like, I still get sensitive about it. I get him like, y ya digo, no, ya. I mean, I'm an adult. It's still little moments that I'm like, ugh. Pero ya pasaron. Now there's some people feel like they need that apology. Well, whatever it is that you need, Pero at some point, we do have to take responsibility for our own happiness, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
We have to be responsible for understanding and trying to understand why we react to things a certain way.
Yeah.
Yo ahorita lo que estoy haciendo is I'm like, hey man, I'm not trying to stress because, I went to the doctor, the dentist que me hicieran mis pinche limpia, mi limpia, y limpieza. And my blood pressure was high and I was just like, and it's never been high. And I'm like, And that's another thing too. I'm like, it's never been high. I haven't changed anything in my diet. I still do the same shit. What is it? It could be anything.
Stress.
Entonces,
right?
okay. So I went on and me metí en les pinche Lord Google and I started looking for natural remedies for high. First of all, I was like, I need to call my doctor, but whatever.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, let me see natural remedies. So I did that.
Uña de gato.
Uña de gato. Pero una de las main things was stress.
Yeah. Stress,
And I'm just like...
Stress kills.
And my thing is like, I've learned to balance work where it's like, work is work and I leave it where it's at.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not going to stress over... By 4 o'clock, I'm checked out.
Yeah.
I'm not stressing out because I've learned I can have everything done and then guess what? Tomorrow there's going to be a new stack of shit.
Always.
It's 3:58. I'm on the call with la señorita Noelia. Oiga, señorita, pues acá mi chamaco y que sabe que... ¡Ah! Ya son las 4. Adiós.
Bye.
Fuck. Y ahí me quedé yo con la pinche palabra en la boca.
Pero digo, my thing right now is like, man, I'm not going to stress. On the road is another thing, pero ya I'm just like, es otra cosa, esa es otra onda. Driving, I'm like, whatever. Pero así de que, stress about things that I'm like, it's out of my control. All I can control is like, even for example, if my friends are planning something, all I've learned to say is like, hey, let me know what time and what place. I'll do my research about parking. I'll do my research about the place. Just let me know the date and the time.
Yeah.
Porque eso de que going back and forth for me, I get stressed.
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
Because then my mind goes like, make up your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Decide already what you want to do. Y eso me estresa.
Yeah.
Entonces digo yo ahorita, ¿sabes qué? No, just tell me the place and the date and the time.
Yeah, figure it out, right? Like, figure it out.
Well, what
and
about
then
this?
Tell me.
I'm open to whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Date, place, and time.
Yeah, people overcomplicate shit, man. Even something as simple as where to eat.
Yeah.
It turns into like this whole fucking thing.
The other day, salí con esta Maria, Groovy. And we were trying to figure out where to go. And I told her, girl, I'm down for anything except Persian or
Indian.
Persian food or Indian
I'm
food.
tired of eating my own food.
No, and then she was like, damn, girl,
I don't want no Armenian dishes. Ya estoy
I
cansada.
want no rice. No, but
fucking-
and she was like, damn, that's very specific. I'm like, well, yeah, like I'll eat Persian food. I like, but it's not on the top of my list.
Like Mediterranean?
Yeah, Mediterranean is not on the top of my. I like it, pero pues it's on the bottom of my list. If someone's like,
Yeah.
oh, I know a good Mediterranean place. Oh, pues vamos, pues.
Chido, pero what about the tacos de aquí a la esquina?
Yeah,
la
los
vuelta.
tacos del negro ahí de cabeza.
Oh,
Hey,
la
I
lengua.
heard this is árabe that does fucking... Oh, shit, it's Fernie.
No shit.
Pero digo, son cosas así que I'm like, Why? Because I'm like, dude, I don't want to be stressing about stuff that is just out of my control. I can't control that certain people, they're my age, ya están en su, that's their system. All right.
Yeah.
Me, I mean, I feel like I could adjust a little bit more, so I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, but what about this place? Hey, man, I told you.
And
Date, place, and time.
where did you guys end up?
You know where we ended up, Esta Maria and yo? Because we were going to go to some place by her hood. But then I checked the parking and I asked her, and then we've like...
Yeah, es un desmadre.
Es desmadre. So then we were going to go to Long Beach.
Mm-hmm.
When we're both there, I get to the place and I'm like, fuck, it was Friday. It was 7, 8 o'clock. Graduations.
Shit.
There was street closures, like little vendor spots and everything.
Fuck. Like a farmer's market kind of
Yes,
thing?
I was like, and I called her, like, Maria, this is what's going, blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, well, we ended up fucking Teddy's Red Tacos in Downey. And then we went back to my place to hang out and
Unos
chit chat.
pinches tacos de birria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly, because then I told her, hey, girl, you like tacos de birria? She's like, yeah. I go, let's go to this fucking
Con
little spot.
consomé. Si no, I'll take yours.
No, yeah, let's go to a little spot. They have patio and they have indoor. And it's right down the street.
That's awesome, dude. Pobrecita Maria, fucking, it took her a while to realize como soy yo. Because when we first met, hey, wait.
I think, yes, I agree.
She's like, hey, güey, vamos acá. Nah. Hey, bro, ¿quieres ir acá? Nah. Oh, we're fucking this and that. Vamos a... Nah. And then
Yeah.
it took her a while for her to like not take it personal. But
Yeah.
¿sabes qué este güey?
No quiere ir a ningún lado. Le gusta comer
I'm sure
solo.
she says something, no?
No, because she was like, did Esteban really party a lot? I'm like, yeah, yes, look at, this is a conversation.
Oh, shit.
We're honest.
Oh, fucking
No,
spill it.
no,
Spill it.
So we've said it before.
Spill it.
There's
Este güey se
nothing.
encueraba en público.
There's nothing to spill, bro.
He wanted to
No.
jump on the train.
This is what I told her. No, le dije, ¿sabes qué le dije? We met in our early 20s. So yo lo jalaba from where, like, hey, Esteban, go with me here, go with me there. Like, let's go here. Like, there was a lot of like, and he's always been a performer. He's always been in bands. Le dije. So he partied. Le dije. I just don't know if that's part of his personality or part of what he was in. Le dije, he was in the environment of
That's a good
music.
observation, Lola.
Yeah, le dije, it's the environment of music and partying.
Sí.
Está en el desmadre.
¿Quién me conoce? That's
So,
a
like,
really good observation, dude.
Yeah. So like now, as I'm older, I've thought his personality has always just been introverted, but the environment he was in, he fit into it.
Yeah.
So of course andaba de desmadroso porque era el ambiente.
Yeah.
Like, but I think internally, if he was not a musician exposed in that environment, he'd probably
Yeah.
be
At home.
the coffee shop musician where I'm done, let me go home,
Yeah.
soak my feet in the water and chill.
Yeah.
Pero le
100%.
dije, de que hubo desmadre, yes, we partied, safe, fun times. Le dije, I
Yeah.
never got in trouble with him. Same him with me. Le dije, we always took care of each other. Le dije, but I think now, in retrospect, es que era un músico. Y pues como un músico, you're going to go in the parties.
Yeah.
Le dije, so he did party, but now ya está cansado.
Yeah.
Le dije, I think this is who this is who he would have been to back then had he not been pressured by the
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
Porque todos eran desmadrosos.
Shit.
Even nosotros, le vente Esteban, come on, like,
Fuck.
Yeah, y no éramos músicos. Fuck, nos gustaba el pinche desmadre.
No. Wait,
And then the conversation then got into the que I was telling, I don't know how it came up, but like, like, I've had ex-boyfriends that were jealous of Esteban because, he just carried himself in the like, a mí me vale si les caigo o no.
Yeah.
You know?
Shit, even my sister was jealous. Like, what the fuck? You're taking my
I
friends.
told her too. I told her that story too. That I was like, what the fuck? Find your own friends. Get your own fucking goddamn man.
I found them.
Stop talking to my friends. No, me regañaba with her girlfriends,
Yeah.
with her
Sí,
guy
man.
friends. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. El
Es que
último
no.
que le robé fuiste tú.
Es que no,
shit.
you know what it was at that time too? It was like, this motherfucker, I invited him to places with my friends. I showed him places. And now he's going out to new places with my friends and not inviting me.
¿Cómo chingados no, Noelia?
No,
You had
una vez
other
dijiste,
shit going on.
¿Ya ves? ¿Ya ves? And he's like, it was guys night. And I'm like, I don't care.
Oh, if it was the guys' night, yeah.
Pero,
No, we were going out on, we did it like for a few years, right, Esteban? Where we would go out on Valentine's.
Sí, ya sé.
The day before Valentine's.
Sí.
Agarramos a todas las
chiquillas.
Las heartbroken.
Las heartbroken. Yeah, pinches.
It was called Desperation
And
Day.
I'm sure that was his idea.
It was, yeah.
It was hard. Por eso
Güey,
digo, y
vamos a
Esteban,
ligar, güey. Van a estar todas pinches tristes.
no, y Esteban, like, yeah, I'm down, let me go.
Le decíamos el pulpo a tu hermano, que siempre andaba.
De mano larga.
Ya me imagino. Entonces, por eso I was telling Maria.
But we made a good team, though. Like, we had the
The everybody knew their role.
Everybody knew the role. Everybody knew their stance, you know? Fucking el Esteban was a joker. Yo era el hablador. Fernie was like Mr. Technical. Interesting technical. And then teníamos el Carita que ligaba a las mujeres.
Ah, mira.
You know, él, las ligaba, and then de ahí ya, pues, cada quien hacía su rol.
Yeah.
So it worked out. It was a cohesive environment.
Yeah, it worked out. So as I'm like, no, that's what I tell Mary, like, no, Maria. She did say, yeah, it took a while for me to get used to that. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, no, it's just, because like, did he party a lot? I'm like, yeah, he partied a lot. But then I'm like, no, pero es que era el ambiente en el que estaba.
Yeah.
Like, if he was not a musician, he probably would just been, not as out there.
I think one of the things too that they were like, what? It's like, because I don't drink. Like, I don't drink alcohol. And like everybody at first, like with this band, were like, wait, you don't want to drink? Like, what? I mean, like some of the girlfriends from the guys, I remember one time was like, wait, you don't drink? Why don't you drink? And it's like, why is it a big deal? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Stop fucking getting rid of a degree.
I just don't understand why it's such a big deal. Like, does everybody drink? I don't know. Maybe everybody fucking drinks that now somebody that doesn't drink to them, it's like, because they're obviously a lot younger than me.
How, like the group members, I've seen them. Like, who's the youngest and what's the median
I think the drummer's oldest, and he's probably like a year older than me.
Okay.
And then it's me. And then the bass player and está Jasmine, they're like in their mid-30s.
Okay.
And then está Maria and Jacob, they're in their
late 20s?
Late 20s, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Y luego Steve también plays the sax sometimes. He's like maybe the youngest, 24 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, I get...
It's eclectic.
I get a range of like, reminders of like, wait, how I used to... Con el Jacob, like the keyboard player. He's very like, he kind of reminds me of me like when I was that age, que fucking those girls, y que fuck this and that. La otra vez I was kind of busting his balls because he met some girl on a dating app y la llevó al show, pero no le dijo that he was part of the band. Le digo, bro, that's a flex, bro. Like, it's just like, la invitas, and then they think you're just there, and then all of a sudden you get on stage, and they're like, oh, shit. Pero se miraba medio aburrida la muchacha. So, fucking, yeah, así pasó. And then at rehearsal, I go, hey, wait, so what happened with this chick? She's like, nah, she was kind of weird. I wasn't really feeling her. But, we ended up in a car, and I sucked on her titties.
Oh, my God.
Y le digo, wait. Pero le digo, wait. And people bitch about dating. When I was fucking your age and it didn't work out, they would tell me to fuck off. I wouldn't get to suck on their titties.
I know, right? You what a good point, Esteban.
I was like, who bitches about the dating scene? No mames, way. I fucking never would fucking have titties in my face. It wasn't feeling it.
Yeah. No. You thought that was a good fucking date.
I thought I was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
man.
you're like, I got
Holy
to suck on
shit.
some titties.
Estuvo chido la noche.
I mean, some girls are changing their ways too. Like, yeah, I didn't like that show, but he's still cute. Fuck it, why not?
So le mamé el chile.
I mean,
Le mamé chile. Me quedó bien ensartada.
I know.
Pero no me gustó su personalidad.
Yeah.
It was just different. So I still get like a perspective of like the 20, 25, 26-year-olds. And it is pretty crazy, like the shit that they go through.
Do you think we went through that, Esteban?
I think so.
But like differently? Like
what when you say that, what do you mean?
I don't know what I mean. I'm just like, did we go through? Because yo también like, I hang out with a variety of, well, no, my youngest friends are like 30, 32, because whatever. Pero they're younger, and then they've invited me places, and some places I'm like, oh, esta onda, they're all like in their 20s, all these kids,
Yeah. Do you feel weird when you're in a space like that?
I do because I'm aware of my age. But thankfully, thankfully. A lot of times in there, they're like, oh no, like, oh my God, I thought you were like 30, 31. I'm just like, because it's fucking dark, you know? Like, you're not seeing me. Then we'll go out there like, no. So I do take it like, oh, thank you. But no, I'm old. So sometimes I feel like, fuck, what am I doing here? You know?
That's crazy because I've always thought like for men, I never kind of got the women's perspective as like going to like a bar when you're like hanging out with 20-year-olds because as a male, I think sometimes people can't see that. It's like, wait, what's this guy still hanging out at bars for? That's kind of weird. Like, what?
No, yeah. But so I'm like, sometimes when they invite me, I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I don't hang out with 20-year-olds. But when I go to places, I chavalada, and I'm just like, yeah. But digo que, once again, I'm getting back to the rodilla. Que fui a bailar. Well, it's because it hurts because I had been out all day, and then I ended up at this event. Que se llamaba Cumbiatón. It was right there in Velasco. So originally I wasn't going to go because I was out all day. Pero ya like como las 9 me
You got the second win.
Me agarré. My friends were like, hey, pull through. We haven't even gotten to the place.
The fucking Lipovitan kicked in.
El Lipovitan.
Esa pinche nab me cayó chingona.
No, wait, fuck Nabs, man. I can't take that.
Pinche
no, pero digo,
Se echó su té de manzanilla. ¡Vámonos!
Necesito una pinche. Y luego so my friend was like, hey, you know, we haven't gotten
de 7 azares. Vámonos. Pinche Noelia llega toda oliendo a Vicks.
It's my
She accidentally passed by a pinche planta de ruda. Cabrón, vámonos.
No, otro viejillo like, hey, you're wearing Vaporú. Yeah, I am, bro.
Yeah.
No, pero entonces they were like, my friends, they were gonna go. Y yo les he dicho, no puedo. But anyway, by 9, they're like, hey, where you at? We still haven't gotten to the venue. We're still eating. So dije, órale pues, me pinche un baño rancherito. Dije, órale pues, vamos, you know. Vámonos. Yeah. Hablé a Lyft. I'm like, I don't want to drive to downtown. I don't want to. I'm just gonna.
Es un desmadre,
yeah. Dije, no, pues me voy a agarrar un pinche Lyft. I got a Lyft. I got there. My friends weren't there, so I got in line. And then
you made line? They got you, Noelia. They got you.
¿Cómo que ay, no soy tan pinche. No, sí, I do. I don't like lines that much.
I know.
So anyway, so I get in line and there's some girls behind me. It was like 3 of them. And they were like in their 20s, early 30s. Pero we bonded because we were in line and then there was this fucking protester dude ahí afuera. Like,
was he protesting?
I don't know. I'm sure he was protesting ICE or something. Just doing his thing. Nomás era con una camisa. Tainer. But anyway, so I'm just looking at him and I'm like, and he starts coming to me like to start saying shit. And I told him like, hey man, get the fuck out of my face, dude.
Yeah.
Le dije, I'm bombarded with this shit all day, every day. Le dije, get out of my face. He's like, blah, 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 blah. And then the girls behind me, they looked at me and they're like, yeah, yeah.
You tell him, man.
Yeah. So then I look at them, I'm like, y'all tell him something too then. And they're like, yeah, get out of here. You know?
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Scram. Es que, y luego le dije, look, le digo, es que we see this all day, right? And they're like, no, yeah, les digo. So whatever. So I went in, ellas también se metieron, and I ended up going in with one of their tickets. Point is de que ya estando allá adentro, sí vi the difference in age of everybody in the venue, right? And everybody. There was 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, older people. Era un cumbia event, you know? Everybody was dancing.
Yeah.
Yo típicamente no bailo. Yo nomás estoy en la corner ahí con mi, you know, my fucking water, my little fan, like, hey, you know?
Hey.
Pero dije, no, it was fun, whatever.
Hey, wait a minute. Did someone come and ask you to dance?
Yes.
That son of a bitch didn't give you a chance to warm up.
No.
Because that's how she warms up, Esteves.
No.
You know, la tía en la esquina, güey.
Yeah. No, pero sí dije, voy a bailar, whatever. I was walking around doing the, you know, dancing with my friends. But then it was fucking hot. I did go to the back part of where the bar is at. Uh-huh. Y ahí estaba yo chilling. And then this fucking security guard taps me like to move out the way. And I'm like, what the fuck? But no, it was it was just a regular dude. Like, because then I saw he had the shirt that said Anthrax. It didn't say security. So I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry that I yelled, you know. Soy exagerada. Like, I thought you were kicking me out. He's like, no, like, I wanted to ask you to dance. And 9.9 out of 10 times, I'm just like, nah, dude, okay, thanks. But le dije,
he shot his shot.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's dance.
That's awesome.
Y le dije, ¿sabes qué? Le digo, I don't know how to dance too good, like the movie, the turns. Le dije, I'm gonna, because I need to follow your lead. So he did and all that shit. But he was 29, man.
Hey.
Fuck. I'm like, oh, shit.
Well,
So let's see.
He's gonna be 43 at some point.
So all right. So let's do the math. If we were to like, whatever your age is in half, all right. So then that's 2 plus 7. Hey, he just made the
He
cut.
just made the cut.
He just
How was
made
the
the
conversation?
Pues no sé, I mean, he was asking me, like, do you go dancing? And I'm like, nah. He's like, you dance pretty good. I'm like, all right, thanks. Y pues, you know, he was complimenting me and shit and todo, because I had a dress on, you know?
Wow.
You know I don't wear dresses and shit.
Holy shit, bro.
Oh, mira, mira,
No
la,
wonder.
mira la dama. Mira.
No wonder you got
Hey, wait a
fucking
minute.
29-year-olds.
Were you wearing flats, boots?
No, I was wearing my boots, my dogs.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Holy shit.
Was this a goticumbia or?
It was, no, it was not gótico, but I mean, sí me miraba gótico.
Holy shit.
Oh,
No, I didn't try. I'm not.
Wow.
I hate saying that I'm.
La Santa Darks
my
and
God.
Dowdy.
He's probably, he probably told his compa, esta doña se antoja.
¡Ay, doña! Esta doña.
Toda puede la ruca. Mírala cómo se mueve.
Mírala,
nomás,
mírala.
Pero de repente como que le pegó la asiática. No sé qué estaba haciendo.
Fuck yeah. It's true. It's true.
The clock struck midnight y de repente...
Entonces, sola, cabrón.
Ya me sale todo lo torcido. Like, oh, man.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but I'm like, oh, fuck, it's 29.
Well, what's the youngest that you would date?
I don't know. I mean, I told him my age. I'm like, hey, like, you know, I'm like 45. He's like, oh, no way. I thought you were my age. I'm like, no, you didn't. He's like, no, I did. And I'm like, oh.
So that says one thing. One, you youthful, o ese cabrón se ve tirado.
No, I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
No, there's been a few times, like, se me arriman los chiquillos. I'm like, fuck, man.
Noelia, maybe
I
you
think
could
that's
like,
fucking awesome.
maybe
Noelia.
you could shape the youth of today, you know?
No, wait, but
No estoy
al
pa
rato van a
enseñar.
estar like, nah, we didn't click, but she let me suck her
She was kind of weird, but I sucked on them titties.
Yeah, you know, like, what the fuck, bro? That's a good thing. Like, nah,
we didn't click, but you know,
Chales, eh?
por eso
Chales.
digo, is that what the onda is now? Like, hey, we didn't click, but you know, she still let me do stuff.
Probably.
Por eso digo,
I
Esteban,
think
esta
it's probably
juventud.
easier than when we were fucking out there slinging dick,
Right? Because it was like, if I don't like you, I don't like you.
bro. Yeah, I think it's probably different.
Por eso I'm just like, oh, man.
So I'm part of this little group chat with some compas, right? And there's all ages. There's all ages. And pinche desmadre está chingón. I love it. But some dude was asking like, hey, what's a... and I don't know the whole context because it must have been like in person. But then they're like, hey, what's a good place to go out? I guess he was out of town. And somebody threw like, hey, go to the Blue Oyster. Yo me cagaba de risa. And then I put a little clip, a little gif. You remember the Blue Oyster?
From, I remind me.
Police Academy.
Oh, okay.
Da, 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 da. Right? So I put it up and I might have gotten like 2 likes. And I'm all like, what the fuck? Does nobody know the reference to this?
Just a rucón, güey.
And that's the thing where I find myself. You start making jokes or you start throwing these little random things and not everybody gets it.
Nope.
Pues no, güey. No mames. That's a deep cut, bro.
Yeah.
I figured that was like, I don't know. Maybe my crowd does know it, but the younger ones, they don't.
They don't know. La otra vez I was on the 91 where fucking estaba un fucking clean fucking Trans Am. Igualito como el de fucking Knight Rider, güey.
Okay.
Hasta the license plate decía something Rider.
Oh, damn.
So I'm like, holy shit, that's a clean ass fucking Trans Am, dude. And so I kind of went to like the side to see who the fuck's fucking with this badass car. Y era un older Asian guy. Wait, todo el interior igualito como el del show, güey. Like this car was fucking, it was like identical to the one in the show. And then I thought that at that moment was like, how many people know what this car is from?
Yeah.
Like, they see this black car and they probably just like, oh, that's a cool car. But do they know that it's from that show? I don't think a lot of people do unless they're like our age.
Yeah.
Pero sí se miraba bien chingón el carro ese, güey. Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
I don't know, man.
No sé si hablaba el güey, pero
I know. I'm like,
it would have been nice if the front had the little light going back and forth.
Pues no lo miré de enfrente, güey, but I'm sure it was like. Pero tenía like the little steering wheel, like the console was the same.
yep.
It's just people don't know where.
No, y luego, I think I talked about it here. I don't know or if it was with the fellas. Que the youngest I dated after my ex was 10 years younger. But we still had a lot of things in common, a lot. Pero there was times que él me decía we'll call it the situationship. Something like he would give me facts about stuff I knew about already, like movies and music. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, entonces, we had those things in common, but it was weird to be like, yeah, bro, I know that. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
did you know about this and this and this and that? Like, and this, that? I'm like, yeah, I did.
Yeah. Actually, I went to go see it in the theater.
Yeah, yes.
When it came out. You were still in diapers, Dick.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So it's things like that, but then I'm just like, whatever. I guess
Yeah.
let the children come. Let the children come.
Yeah, I mean, so sometimes it's like I just got used to not even saying that I do know, just because I feel like, it's kind of, I don't know, maybe it's the way I say it, but sometimes I can sound a little bit arrogant when I'm like, so I'm just like, oh, really? Oh,
I
that's
seen
cool.
that face. I seen that
Right?
face.
I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. That's cool, yeah. And then, even though I know what the fuck they're talking about, but, I let them just rant.
Like, Skynet's going to take over. No way. Wow.
Holy
You know what
shit.
Skynet is?
I've always said that shit.
I do. I
Yeah.
do. Noelia, have you seen that? You didn't see Killer
I
of
was
Killers?
watching it last night.
¿Qué
pero
tal?
I watched half of it. I'm like, fuck, I'm tired. So.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Pero, yeah. So it's shit like that. But, whatever. Like, if I'm going to keep going to these events just because I need to keep going, I don't have to keep going out, but I go out with my friends when they invite me to places. Because we all like to dance,
Yeah.
We're all in our 40s. We're all going through our healing journeys of just doing things that we want to do for fun, trying to be responsible. One of my friends, he's trying to move to fucking out of the country in the next 4 years. So I'm like, hey, llévame contigo, güey.
Oh, shit. Vámonos, dice.
I told him, like, hey, if you find a place, just build a place for me on top of that.
Where does he want to go?
Well, I don't know, pero he said anywhere they pay him good. And then me and my other friend were like, hey, go to Italy, dude. They're selling villas right now.
For $1.
Yeah.
Que they give you money también, ¿no?
Yeah. So le dije, búscate un lugar en Italy y luego en ese lugar, make sure there's space for you to build for me.
Yeah.
Well, for the guys, wasn't there what was it, Switzerland or somewhere where like they pay you to move out there, they get you a house and everything, and they want you to help repopulate.
I'm too old for that shit.
No, it's like for the guys, not for the girls.
Yeah, who wants to repopulate?
They
That's
have a
crazy.
guy shortage.
That seems like a lot of work.
Oh, they have
though.
a guy shortage.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're all like, hey, we need to start getting children because we need the children to fucking keep the economy going.
Madre. Pues ahí está. Por eso digo, like, vivan su vida, do what you can, just be an ally to those that can. You could be helpful to. Y pues no sé, man. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más, Esteban?
Did you guys hear about fucking las noticias de Gustavo Cerati? El de fucking Soda Stereo?
What do you mean, la noticia, way? He's been dead for fucking years.
Exactly. So apparently, a home that he not owned, but that he stayed in,
saw that.
was just getting demolished to get rebuilt, and they found a fucking dead body.
Shit.
All right? Like, what the fuck? And right away, I mean, part of it is, ya ves cómo soy de exagerado y cómo soy de pinche, easily.
No hables mal de mi hermano, por favor. Esas son mentiras.
But I was telling the mija, oh my God, fucking that song makes sense now. Because I didn't know the details yet. I just that they found the body, so I didn't even know how old the body was, if it was a male or a female, in what conditions or what. Ni nada más, like, fuck, si te pones a pensar, like, ella durmió al calor de las maris. ¡La mató! ¡La mató! My girl's all like, oh my God, stop fucking doing that. I'm like, nope, he fucking did it. He did it. He killed, apparently, he stood there from 2001 to 2003, and this body's from the 90s.
Ah, cabrón.
Shit. But that's crazy that there was a body in there.
Yeah.
That is.
Fuck.
Imagínate. It's like one of the places that he rented. He lived there for like 2 years. He was leasing it or renting it from the owners or whatever.
Yeah.
But apparently the owners were Russian and they had it and then they kept it in the family and apparently it got sold off or they lost it. And this other family bought it and they lived in it and then they moved out and then they were renting it out. So they ended up renting it to like Gustavo Cerati from like 2001
¿En
to like
Argentina o dónde?
No, ¿dónde era? No me acuerdo dónde era. But I'm all like, holy shit. But right away, the internet was like, este güey.
Güey, ya está muerto para poder defenderse, güey. No
Sí.
mames. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's why también a veces digo, like, sometimes with Michael Jackson, por ejemplo, que todo lo acusa, I'm like, I mean, if it happened, it happened, but he's not even here to defend himself anymore. You know? Pero, I don't know. I believe in all kinds of crazy shit. Está tú, without, you know, saying too much if it's too personal, pero que es algo que you've been in the music world that you're like, that shit was evil. Like, that shit is evil, and I could see it getting worse.
That I've experienced or that...
Or that porque ya ves que en el mundo de la música se escucha mucho, like, dude, there's a lot of people that make deals with the devil or just they sacrifice certain things in their life to be able to be at the top of the, you know, like Beyonce. Like, I'm like, that bitch, she's cool, but I mean, I'm sure that bitch got a pack with somebody.
Oh, yeah, shit like that.
Entonces, cosas así que digo, tú en tu experiencia de que you've been at a certain level of a musician, exposed to certain things that the audience doesn't see. Like, so have you ever seen the thing that you're like, dude, this is evil, and I could believe that there's more evil.
Yeah, I mean, I have met people that are into like the fucking like children, like musicians that are into like having sex with kids, which is kind of weird, dude, because the particular person that I'm talking to was this guy that we met, like just singer, this and that. And he would tell me a story of that. He was selling weed like as a side job and things like that. And one time he would deliver to this lady. He supposedly, according to him, la señora tenía que parecía pinche doctor's office la sala, because there was like 5 or 6 guys waiting, y la señora, los dejaba to have sex with like her 12, 13-year-old.
Oh, shit.
So it was like a little waiting room, and he said he would go, and it was like a little waiting room, and this fucking lady was like making money off of her daughter, and so I think the whole like I'm not sure if it's a musician thing, but definitely the pedophilia, like people being into children. I mean, I think that's probably worse than what we even know about. You know, I mean, we've heard throughout the years, like we make light of it. You know, we talked about it before, like fucking las canciones en español de que fucking she's 17 y que amo su inocencia, and like in English it's been like, we know that Jimmy Page was married to a 13-year-old or was trying to marry a 13-year-old. Like the groupies back in the 70s were fucking 15, 14-year-old girls. I mean, I feel like the pedophilia, like being attracted to children, is like more fucking like a huge thing than we even realize. I mean, I think that's the only kind of thing that I've kind of ever like witnessed about, like, fuck, dude, this is crazy. It's probably bigger than what we even know.
Yeah, because the drug use stuff is like, I mean, eso todo.
It's cliche, right?
Cliche, the drug use,
the women, all that shit.
The women,
alcohol,
the drugs, destroying property in hotels. Yeah, okay, those are the surface levels that we see. But then it's like, then there's a darker side that
the violence too, like, you know, like a lot of them, like, you know,
like por ejemplo eso lo que está pasando con el pinche feo es el Diddy. Oh my God! Like, it's just.
Have you been keeping up?
I haven't kept up with us.
I've been reading and seeing it on YouTube, like the attorney channels and all that stuff. Pero it's too many
sad,
details.
Right?
Yeah, it is sad. It's too many details. I'm just saying that it goes back to the whole sentiment of this girl, la exnovia que
¿Cómo se llama? Cassie.
Well, why did she leave?
That's
you motherfucker saw everything he was doing when she did leave?
Yeah, the one in the elevator, right? That she left the hotel.
Yeah, pero
he
digo,
beat the shit out of her in the elevator.
Yeah, she was leaving a situation and he grabbed her. Pero no, the point is that they even had el rapper Kid Cudi, because he blew up his car.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
When Diddy found out that Cassie, ya que era su novia, started dating Cudi, he blew up his car.
He's a rapper or a DJ?
I think he's a rapper. Okay. Pero entonces digo, son cosas así que I'm like, fuck, like all these girls that are going through that, not just in regular life, but like in the spotlight, and I'm like, ay, las pendejadas que pasan en ese mundo. I'm like, let me ask Esteban, he's ever seen some.
I mean,
shit.
sometimes you got to think, like, is it really worth it? Like, because you probably feel like you're pursuing a dream that's not attainable unless you start doing things that are like, like I've heard, you know, just hearing stories of like famous musicians, like Alanis Morissette, when she was recording at 15, like she was like, you know, they take advantage of them in the studio. And like, it's like, what the 15-year-old, she would be like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, I guess I got to do this in order to get fucking the album or whatever. So, I mean, I think that sucks, man. Because at the end of it, it's like, what, does talent even matter?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really when you think about it. You just got to do favors to like other people and to get your career. But I feel like it's I think that it's when you get to that level, I feel like it's probably really hard for people because they try to pursue something that they love, and then they end up seeing what it at what cost, and it's probably like, fuck, I could see why people just go on the deep end. Like, you know, mira como está Britney Spears. Like, she's fucking, she's all fucked up now. And look at, I think even Justin Bieber, there's some videos circulating of him like just being all fucked up. And I don't know, man. I think it's music is dark, dude. Like, the industry is really dark. Like, you start selling yourself for what, right? For money, for fame. I mean, I just think that it sucks, dude. It's discouraging.
Yeah. But so back to the whole, like, did Esteban party a lot? Well, yeah, he did, but it was the environment he was in, you know?
Yeah.
It was that. Like, now, conociendo y ya viendo las cosas, I'm like, no, it was that, you know? Pero, yeah.
I mean, we're all just trying to fill a void, I think. It just doesn't matter what outlet you have or what you do, or I feel like everybody's just trying to fill a void, you know?
There's always going to be voids. That's the thing, too. Like, uno dice, oh, we have to be full. And like, but no, but just like we change through the years, there's new voids to fill. There's new holes that are created because of new heartbreak, new disappointments, new death, whatever it is. There is voids to fill, but that's when we're like, what do I fill it with? Do I fill it with something that's going to keep me needing to fill this same void? Or do I fill it with new memories, friends, times here, creating new memories, even if it is just going to dinner with my friend to catch up with them, you know? Those are ways to fill the voids, because there's always going to be voids forever and ever, just like disappointments. You know, there's always going to be things that happen to us that they will break us. We'll pull ourselves up together again, pero that's where as we get older, is where we make those decisions to like, hey, like, what's going to work for me now? You know? Y hay una gente que they'll fill those voids with drugs, sex, bad companies, all these things, and it's like, they like it.
It works.
It works for them. And even when it doesn't, it's just like, that's when they get to blaming everybody else.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
And I just don't think it's healthy to like, I think if you start using drugs or you start sleeping around, I don't think that you should really, people should be really hard on themselves for like getting addicted to drugs and like, because I think it's, you know, it helped until it didn't, right? But it's just your way of finding a solution to your problem, which I don't think people should really be hard on themselves for that, because all they were trying to do is just fill that void that they and they happen to do it in ways that, you know, ended up being worse than just kind of doing with it.
Or not so much that too, is that those voids happened to us in times when we were not mentally prepared to handle or understand or put into practice coping skills that we knew. A lot of these voids happened to us when we were children, you know, neglected for a reason or another, abused for whatever reason. So that's a void. And then as we get older, like we're trying to fill that void. Y es cuando ya uno de adulto dice, no, let me take care of that situation, that inner child. Pero yeah, hay unas personas que tienen sus vicios. It's not harming anybody.
No.
You know, but it is when, like I said, when it doesn't work anymore and it becomes harmful.
Yeah.
You know, because like, no, voids are always going to happen. Heartbreaks, disappointments, job loss, there are always things that are going to keep happening. Yeah. It's just what we do with that new experience.
I mean, I think with music it's tough too, because I think most people that are musicians, they like attention. And that comes with like certain consequences. And like, you know, they want to be the center of attention. They want people to praise them. They want people to like love what they do. And so there's a lot of that, dude.
A lot of egomania.
A lot of egos, a lot of fucking, you know, I should be here. Like, why am I not here? Entitlement. Fucking, yeah, it gets pretty bad, dude. I mean, in a lot of his shows, like, people don't realize the drama that happens, but there's a lot of drama, like, within bands, well, why do we play at this time? Like, fuck that. I want to play at this time. And, well, why did this person do this? Or why is that? Like, there's just so much, like, competition. Like,
Y es lo que pasa que por eso digo, like, don't believe the hype that we see on social media. Because, yeah, we'll see a nice picture of the band or of the comedian or of the artist or the person we like. But we don't see what's behind that picture.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen it too. Like when I go to the comedy shows or all, like I go to a lot of things now, pero then I see the behind the scenes and I'm just like, it's the same shit of every dynamic.
Yeah, and like
you know,
the way,
like there's people. Sorry to interrupt. Se ven que se llevan, but then al rato you're like, you guys don't really fuck with each other like that.
It's
Like,
just fake.
okay.
It's a lot of fake, especially, you know, I mean, because we only have experience with our community, but in the Chicano community, I mean, there's a lot of fucking click fucking tribes. There's a lot of shit talking. There's a lot of fucking backstabbing. I mean, I see it, and then I also see, I mean, it's pros and cons, dude. Because I see how us being female fronted, I see the fucking obstacles that we have to deal with because, you know, it's not a male, like a specific band or male singing. I feel like sometimes it's harder for like women singers to kind of break through for some reason. You know, it's just the way that shit's set up. But I also see that the benefits of being female fronted too. We also get to have cool opportunities that sometimes I feel like if we were just a bunch of guys playing, I don't think we would have these experiences. So I feel like it's really important to at least appreciate. Because I feel like if you concentrate on just like the negative stuff, I mean, you're not going to appreciate like a lot of things. And so I think it's important for me to also acknowledge that, yeah, being female fronted does come with a lot of fucking obstacles that maybe if we were male fronted, we weren't going to have. But we also have a lot of opportunities that come our way just because we're female fronted and we're Latinos and, you know, so I don't know. I just struggle with that. Like I struggle with like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to say being a victim because that's really played out. But I struggle with like, how do I appreciate things or find light in things where it just feels like it's just dark, you know?
Yeah. And I think a lot of us get stuck on that. Like, how can I find a silver lining in the situation where I don't see any ever? But, you know, I mean, at least yo a veces digo, I was telling my friend, like, dude, man, I always wake up all fucking like moody and shit, you know? But I'm getting...
Shocker.
I might drive to work right away. I'm like, man, what the See, digo mis horas. I pray. I'm like, all right, God, I'm going to have a good day. It's going to be a productive day, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Pero ya me voy manejando. I'm like, what the fuck? Písele.
Use your fucking blinker,
God
asshole.
damn it. Like, what the fuck is...
Do you have a dash cam?
No.
I would love to hear the audio.
I know, right? You motherfucker.
Like, ay, Dios mío, señora, por favor. But it's all in my car. I don't have the windows down.
I believe it.
You know?
I believe it. Yeah.
And then I'll be at the stop and I'll be like, pinche Noelia, no seas mamona. And then it's green. Fuck this. God damn. But then I get off of my car, Esteban, and I walk and I'm just like, you know what? Today was a good day. You know, like I was able to A, B, C, and D. You know, I was able to help this situation. Okay, cool. I'm going to get to go home to Tater. She'll ignore the shit out of me, but you know, whatever. Y así, pero ya me meto en el carro y it's a whole other...
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Pero once again, I only when I'm by myself. If I have people with me, I'm like, hey, you know, I got to keep them safe.
I mean, I just think it's like it's a very dangerous thing to drive, dude.
Yeah.
And I feel like that adds to like the rage. Is like you're hyper fucking sensitive to like, oh shit. So I think all that doesn't help, and then it just kind of adds to
Pero
it.
luego me bajo y camino y digo, yeah, the world's good. The world's good again.
It's just what you concentrate on, dude.
Yeah.
I think it's just, I mean...
Because my concentration is like, I want to get home to my dog and get out of my work clothes.
Yeah. You have to wear like a specific clothing?
No, pero I just want to like, you know.
Do you feel like it has energies or what?
Huh?
Do you piensas que tienen like energy that you carry into your house, or how do you feel about things like that?
I don't know. I think it's just I just want to go home and get in my sweats and go on the walk, get my walk out the way.
Wait a minute, you walk in your PJs?
No, en mis sweats, o sea.
Your PJs?
No son mis PJs, no duermo con... Me pongo sweats a caminar, mi pinte t-shirt, todo ahí. And then when I get back, I'll shower and I'll put my PJs or just... I don't know.
Why are you fucking focusing on that, bro?
No, because ya me imagino a Noelia in her chanclas and
Yeah, no, it is. It is like that.
I've been seeing a lot of that lately.
What,
like
pantuflas?
Yeah, people in their PJs, pantuflas. It's like...
I mean, I always think like, What happened to us as a society where we just didn't give a shit about presenting
Appearance.
ourselves well?
Yeah.
Not even appearance, pero presentándonos bien. But then I'm like, there's too much shit going on where people are like, that's the last thing I need to worry about. You know? But if you're doing it to feel good about yourself, because once again, like, ese día que fui a la comiatón, like, I'm like, you know, I feel like shit. Let me try to do something that I don't do, which is wear a dress in public. So I did, and I'm like, oh, pues, all right.
It wasn't as bad as you thought it
felt
was.
Fucking
good.
ligaste un 29, Noelia.
You still got it. You still got it, eh?
Yeah, eh?
It's 29 now.
Ligaste uno...
No,
He'll be
wait.
43 at some point.
Yeah, pero no. Pero, yeah, si yo le doy chance a un jovenazo así, I mean, it's just going to be for shits and giggles. I don't see anything serious because, once again, like, it didn't work out, but I sucked tit in the car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're young. Like, I take those things in consideration. Like,
Yeah.
they're young. They're probably just exploring their own sexuality, their own life, their own... whatever it is that these guys need to do at this age. Just like when...
It's really complicated, right?
Yeah, just like when I was in my 28, 29, 30, I was dating and meeting people, figuring out what I wanted or what I didn't want. With me, I mean, I don't know about all women, but it's like, no, if I'm going to meet someone and we get along, pues I'm going to be more like exclusivity. I like that. I like exclusivity.
Yeah.
You know, consistency, reciprocity. I like all that. But a lot of people, if I date or whatever that I met, I'm like, they're not trying to do that.
Yeah.
They're dating still. They're trying to explore stuff. So I'm like, you know.
But it's not that, I mean, I think with everything, it's not that common anymore. I mean, you know, you talk about, you know, being exclusive. And I mean, I think that our generation was the last of that. And it not just applies to like dating. It also applies to the workforce. I mean, you're not going to see a 25-year-old stay in the same job when he's 35, 36. Like we were committed to, like, if we were at a place and it worked out, you know, some people might say, well, you settle. Well, it's not settling. It's just some people like the stability of, like, you know, being in the same place for a long time.
Yeah.
And I feel like as a society now, like the 20-year-olds, 25, 26, they jump from relationship, they jump from job, they jump, in my case, they jump from bands. Like, it's just, it's the way you do one thing, you do everything.
And it's in general, just a lot of, like, in the dating world, what I'm seeing too is like, just people that are like, look, I didn't like that shit. I'm bouncing. I'm not going to put up with it. As opposed when we were younger, where it's like, yeah, a lot of people are dating often. But then there's also situations where it's like, oh, they're nice. I'll stick with it, you know?
I could change them.
Yeah, that. Or I could change her. I could change him. I could change them, whatever. But también at my age, it's just like, yo, bro, we're not on the same page. We're not on the same page, you know? Well, can I still come over? Nah, man.
Let me suck on some titties.
That's some titties. Yeah. Have you ever heard of motorboating?
What the fuck?
I mean, that's a slippery. That's,
Por eso yo digo, ay, like,
it's slippery though.
It is,
Like that's very fucking slippery because, you know, like, what are people looking for? Like, there's no perfect situation. I feel like I think that people fuck themselves more by just giving up than just trying to figure it out, because nothing's perfect.
no,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like a lot of people, they passed on maybe the love of their life, the future person that they want to have in their life. They passed on it just because one thing is like, oh, hell no, fuck that. Next, it's like, dude. I mean, not every fucking thing is a red flag. Like, I mean,
That's true.
you know, like, oh, I don't like the way they wear their pants. Fuck that. I'm out of here.
Pero ya, pues cada quien tiene sus banderitas. Everybody has their own thing that they're...
You gotta know what banderitas, maybe. Yeah. I mean, not everybody's gonna be perfect. They're not all gonna hit the box, you know. You're not gonna be able to check off every box, you know.
Yeah.
Like
They're not
there's
6'2". They're not.
Yeah.
they don't do the sixes, you know, which is
There's
what?
a 5'8" baddie just there waiting for you. Fucking works hard.
See, height has never been an issue with me.
height.
Height?
I've never had an issue with
You
men
did
that-
it, chaparros. I remember.
They still do if they... Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. They're
That's
the ones that
awesome.
end up having a problem because, like, you're too tall.
I mean, the joke
The
the joke that we've told before is like, dude, if your dog dies, what's the 6'2" gonna be fucking different than the 5'8"? Like, what does that matter at the end of the day? Like, if your parents pass away, the 6'2" guy's gonna give more support. Like, it does. I feel like those are stupid, like, metrics that.
Yeah, it's a
And
season.
then that's a woman thing. Like that, I feel like that's a very stupid metric that women have.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Guys don't give a shit about your
No,
height. dude.
queremos una grandota, güey.
No,
Pero-
no, men don't care about height, but some men care about, oh, she better have a nice ass and have all the right, the right size in the right place type of shit. Okay, whatever. Eso ya es aesthetic. Those red flags to me, I'm just like, nah, that's to me, like, I'm not gonna not date someone because they're shorter than me. I just like, hey, you approach me knowing I'm taller. So,
I mean, it's you know, I have no control over my height.
No.
But you know, if somebody was like, "Oh, I need a nice ass," like, what? I mean, a nice ass, you can get a nice ass. I mean, it's not something that's like I'm fuck with. It's like saying, "Oh, I don't like that chick because she has a big ass fucking nose." I mean, it's kind of stupid way like that she was born with it.
But the thing is that you're seeing the nose that you don't like. So why are you gonna approach a person with something you don't like?
She's got nice titties.
She's fucking, she's nice. We have great conversation.
Yeah.
No, pues
She can smell my bullshit with that fucking beak.
por ejemplo, yeah. Oh my God. What's that?
And then to be fair, both sides have very stupid fucking metrics.
We
dude.
do.
That's ridiculous. Fat ass, big titties. If you go through some shit in life, what is that gonna do?
Exactly.
Oh, well, I could lay on it. No, let's be realistic, dude. Like, this is fucking real shit. Like, I mean, is that even like worth it? Like, all these things are so stupid to me, dude.
What I've heard too in the female species that I am, I don't like short guys because I want to feel protected. And my response is like, I feel way more protected with a guy that's my height or a little bit, because for whatever reason, I just do. I've never had that problem not feeling protected. And if I don't, I'm going to tell him, like, hey, what the fuck, man? I'm still the lady. Pero, por ejemplo, yo digo, I have no problem with the height. But if you're a short dude with short man complex and then you're getting mad all the time because you have to, that's the problem. That's a red flag.
Yeah, of course.
That
100%.
you're getting mad and angry about your stature because for whatever reason, I don't care about it.
Yeah.
But if it's an issue that angers you, that could be a problem. Because I don't want to be dating a short, angry man, you know? I'm already angry.
Yeah.
You know? We need to balance it out.
I mean, I think the whole protecting, like, that also has, it's a very thin line because you want some dude that's always trying to start fights just because some guy saw you the wrong way. I mean.
And the thing is, too, is like, protected in what sense? Like, my experience is like, me, if I go out with a guy, like, yeah, you need to be the fucking man to beat up, to make sure that I'm safe, we're safe. Pero digo, un hombre alto igual te puede decir, like, bitch, I'm not going to get involved.
Yeah.
And there you are, you're not protected if something happened. Mm-hmm. You know, I've seen it personally. I've seen that. So I'm like, no, my experience has been like, no, the short guys, average stature guys are just as protective as any other guy.
Yeah.
You know? It's just...
I met some fucking angry chaparritos, eh?
That's what she's saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
No, I met them.
and I'm like, hey, it's cool, you're angry, but you better like, fix that, you know, better take care of that anger.
I mean, who wants to go out with somebody that's always trying to fight, dude? That's crazy.
Or always on the defensive.
Like,
or always
bro,
just
chill.
not even looking for a fight, but ready to just fucking, you know?
Yeah.
Like, hey, wait, relax.
Bájale, güey.
No,
Bájale, güey.
and if they know that their partner likes to be protected, I think they overdo it. It's like, you don't have to
But
start fighting.
y es que también hay gente que they like that. They like the whole, like, hey,
that's fucking...
hey, that chick's looking at me. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Fuck that bitch.
I've even heard people say like, well, I think if there's no jealousy, then that person doesn't love you. Like, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's a red flag.
Like, that is a fucking red flag. dude.
That's
Like,
a red
No,
flag.
What do you mean the person needs to be jealous type
Yeah, no,
for you to
fuck
think that they
that.
do love you? That's insane.
No.
No.
Y luego también, es que jealousy is natural. It is natural. Like, you know, there have been situations que han been like, este güey, ¿por qué le está hablando a esa morra? Hey, that's been more than 10 seconds. What the fuck? Like, why are you being jealous? Because you're here with me.
10 seconds is a lot?
Ay, wait, I'm exaggerating.
Fuck, red flag,
No,
Noelia.
el chiste es de que...
Red flag.
Wait, I was ordering the drinks. Wait, it
Fucking
took
A.
20 seconds. I wasn't doing anything.
Did you have to ask her-
Did you have to ask her how her day's going?
Yeah, did you have to fucking order with her? The fuck?
Why are you smiling at her?
The hell? You tipped her? No, tampoco, güey. No,
fuck?
no, 10 seconds. No, but I'm saying que si yo estoy con un chavo, y eso le pregunté una vez a los fellas, I'm like, if I'm with a dude, and then he starts paying attention to another girl, like, it is natural for me to feel a certain way. Like, hey, wait, like, you've been talking to her, like, you're on the date with her.
Mm-hmm.
And no sé si esto es celo o qué, but it's just like, yeah, those situations have happened where I'm like, hey, like, what the fuck? Or también que me quieren decir a mí, like, hey, I saw that guy looking at you. Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I'm not looking at them. Pero si hay una gente que les gusta eso, like, no, mi vieja, a mí me gusta que sea celosa.
That's crazy.
A mí me gusta que sea así.
That's
like,
crazy.
hey, well, okay. And that's unhealthy too because you're just okay with her being triggered by everything.
Yeah.
You're okay with altering her nervous system at all times.
I mean, I think si está, you know, vestida in a certain way. I mean, if if you're cool with it, you should accept that there's people gonna look at her. There's nothing wrong with it.
Esteban, I have friends bonitas, la cuerpadas y todo that they would have boyfriends que se enojaban, like, why the fuck is that guy looking at you? And I've heard it one time, the guy saying, I'm like, hey, wait, Lego. She could be wearing sweats and they'll still look at her.
Yeah.
True.
That's just how some people are. I've been sometimes raggedy as fuck is done at Walmart, and I've caught men just like,
Yeah.
and I'm my process is just like, what the, but I'm like, dude, people are gonna look at you. In this situation, my friend's ex, I'm like, dude, why are you getting mad at her for other men looking at her? She's a woman. Men are just gonna look anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's because she wore this stuff. You met her.
I mean,
like that.
I think as long as it's not disrespectful.
No, it's not.
Like
Es que también-
it's part of it. Like I feel like you should even be proud. Like, okay, this is the person that I'm with. Like she's really attractive. Like, I mean,
Or not just that. También a veces digo, like, se ve bonita, se vistió bien. It doesn't matter. But it's just like, why are you going to be mad at her for other people looking at her?
that's stupid.
You looked at her. That's how you liked her.
Yeah.
Por eso digo, hay gente que sí, esos sí son red flags. Like, a mí me gusta que sea celoso.
No, that's fucking crazy.
A mí me gusta que se pele por mí.
That's crazy.
Viejo, mira el que llevó los platos me echó ojitos. Shit like that. You know, and once again, I've met women like that. We've heard tías talk like that, you know?
Yep.
I remember growing up que yo escuchaba a mis tías decir, at least maybe a few times de que, oh, if you go out with this guy, order the most expensive thing on the menu and don't finish it. Like,
Yeah, that sucks.
and I'm just like, what the? Like,
I remember that.
y esto y esto otro, and this, and I'm just like, oh, I mean, okay. Clearly it didn't work.
No.
Because I'm like, more about the tacos.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, bien sencillo.
Dame unos de lengua y unos de tripita, vámonos. Tacos el negro, dice Noelia.
Oh, sí.
Oh, yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Have you
Hey,
tasted
tacos el cholo, no?
Ah,
Yeah.
them?
Ahí en la
Tacos el
Garfield,
cholo.
no?
Yeah. También tacos el cholo is good.
I've never been to Tacos del Cholo.
Oh, dude.
Where's that?
¿Dónde está la
El Gallo
Florence y la
Giro?
Pacific?
Across it from El Gallo Giro.
Ahí donde se casó Marisol por la Santa Muerte.
Yes! Right there. Remember we were witnesses? Oh my God.
¿Eran padrinos or witnesses?
We were just there to
witnesses,
support
eh?
our friend.
Such a simpler times way.
Yeah, she's like, I'm getting
Get
married
married
para
on
arreglarle
Florence.
papeles. Güey.
Get married on Florence, no había pedo.
Yeah, and I'm like, Esteban, this bitch is getting married para arreglarle
Vámonos.
papeles.
Yo soy el
Fuck it.
testigo.
And you
Oh,
yeah, you drove us.
I remember that.
Did you have the Mustang at that time or you had a
I
two-door vehicle?
don't remember.
The Acura?
No.
Nah,
no.
güey. Yo andaba con pinche lancha, güey.
We went in somebody's car. But we're like, where are we going? We're like, Mary's getting married.
¿Qué fin tuvo esa madre?
No sé.
¿Sí le pagaron?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, se la
No.
transearon.
I think she annulled it or something. It was just
Fuck.
fun times.
Oh, fuck.
Fun time because it's like,
Who does that?
once again,
It was so obvious. Where
but it
like
was-
his side was like a bunch of like, you know, people that would be at a pride fucking
Yeah.
parade. And then on the other side it was us fucking the witnesses. It was
Todos
like
pinches
super
crudos y
it was like
desvelados.
it was like
Todos
super
rockeritos ahí,
obvious.
like-
It was super obvious. Like
and we're just looking at each other like, do we all belong here together?
I mean, yeah.
Who
It-
gave them away?
I don't know. But it was funny because
He
when she
did.
told me, I was like, what the? Ya ves, me salió todo like, oh my God. But I'm like, hey, bitch, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there though. Are you
Steph,
I'm like,
let's
yeah,
roll.
I'm there.
I went.
Yeah, I'm like, Esteban, let's go.
Vámonos. I want to see a fucking
Yeah, Esteban's
fake
only
wedding.
response was always like,
I want to see a fake wedding, bro.
that shit was
Oh,
funny.
my
Like,
God.
oh man.
I think we have enough stories to make a good sitcom or a good book.
Pues sí, güey.
I think that if she was in that situation now, I don't think she would do that, right? That's one of those things that we do when we're younger that
yeah,
we're like,
yeah, because she
what
was
the
20,
fuck, the fuck did we do?
24, 25. It was just.
Was she 25 at the time?
25 or 26? Maybe.
Holy shit.
I don't
dude.
even know. It was just like, what? Yeah, este esto otro. And then it was funny because she doesn't care. And I'll tell her, like, hey, bitch, we talked about you.
All right, bring it up. Tell the story now.
Tell the stories that they came.
She don't care.
When
That's
she
not the one
told me
time.
at that time, like, dude, why are you doing it?
All right, so what was the situation?
Era un coworker de ella que they had worked for a long time y él necesitaba papeles.
Pero he was clearly gay, way.
Yeah, he was clearly- he was homosexual.
No, like,
No,
y
no.
será,
No,
no será.
Él tenía su pareja.
It
O
was
sea
super-
que cargaba la cruz de su parroquia.
Él tenía su pareja. Ese muchacho, he
Chulo.
had his boyfriend.
All right.
And that muchacho was Marisol's coworker. And
Yeah.
then they became friends, and she's, the kindness of her heart, like, no, he's a good guy, and, he needs help. And he's going to pay me.
Okay. So there we
He's
go.
gonna
So the
pay me.
kindness of his heart comes with the
I'm like,
amount.
well,
O le
how
iba a
much?
mandar a la escuela, ¿no? Or something.
I have no idea. Something about either. There was going to be a payment, though.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just, when she told
Rough
me this,
estimate. What, like ballpark figure?
Le iba a pagar con pulgadas.
Nah, no, güey.
pues in that time, yo le dije.
Like 20 or something? I don't
think
know why I
maybe
want to
less.
remember.
20
like,
G's.
less.
All right.
I think 20.
20, right?
I think
All right.
20 era
20.
20 sounds like it's for some
yeah.
reason.
Yeah. All right. Sounds okay. 20,000.
Pero this was fucking back in the day, way. So we're talking about like fucking a lot now.
2000, 2005, 2004.
Por
Let's
ahí,
say
¿no?
2005, 2006.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. 25, 26. Okay.
Let's just say that because we were younger. and-
Estaba más fácil todo ese proceso.
Yeah.
Was I already at my parents or no?
no, I don't think
No,
so.
right? Yo
You
te
would
estaba casado.
have gone to the wedding.
I
been
would
there,
have.
bro.
You would have been there.
Yeah, I would've.
Yeah, you would have.
All right.
You would have been like, God damn.
I would have been taking pictures.
Yeah. Y
All right.
so dijo, okay, vamos a hacer la cosa. And at that time, she was living in the back house of her parents. So that place had rooms. Y el muchacho y su pareja, they moved in. They got married.
Oh shit, I didn't know all that.
Yeah, they
it
ended up
gets
getting
good.
married.
All right.
Oh,
They ended up
shit.
getting married. And when she told me they were going to do it, I'm like, are you really, dude? Like, well, for that money? Like, no way. Like, well, he needs to give you half deposit right now.
Yeah,
And then you
period.
do it, and then you get the rest.
Period.
Like, period.
Yeah.
Like, you need to sign a fucking form that says A, B, C, and D and all this stuff.
I mean, is that going to hold up because she's breaking the law?
Pues, I mean, whatever. The point is that they got married, pero no sé cuánto duraron. I don't know because then, once you live with people, it just changes.
It changes, yeah.
Well, wait a
And
minute. You should
I
know
don't
how
even
long.
know. Yeah, I don't even know if they went through the interview process or what. The point is that que no salieron
Something
bien.
happened, yeah.
No salieron bien.
No lavaba los trastes el güey.
I have no idea.
Fucking no dejaban dormir.
Y
No se la pasaban cogiendo.
I don't know.
Estos güeyes
La
andan bien
tuya, la
estos
mía,
güeyes andan
para
bien
arriba,
calientes.
para abajo.
Pero they ended up getting kicked. I mean, they moved out y ya no sé qué pasó.
She
Fuck,
never got
dude.
paid.
I have no idea. That's a
Let's
long
call her
time.
up.
Let's call her up.
Ay, este güey.
Call her up. Call her up.
Hombre.
I got her number. Want me to call her?
No, you can
Chico.
ask her and then bring up the.
Oh, like,
He wants to
no,
put
esta
people
está
on the
dormida,
spot. Andas con su
güey.
galán, güey.
Oh, no, right?
I mean, I'm sure he knows. He knows
O el güey
everything.
anda pescando.
No, anda pescando tuna.
The tuna king. I
Pero-
was telling the story how fucking when we went to Los Cholos, the fucking tuna king was trying to pawn off that year-old tuna. To
Oh yeah, and
the
Maris was like, no,
Añejado.
no. Ya está esto. And he's like, no. She's like, no, don't.
No, don't get it. Like, and even the mijas are like,
She's like, no,
a year old? It's vacuum sealed.
no.
Sí aguanta, güey. If it's vacuum sealed in the freezer, nothing wrong with it, bro.
You want the tuna?
Huh?
You want it?
Nah.
Okay then.
No, pero digo, like,
A mí no me la ofreció.
pero digo, la tuna, I'm like, if it's deep, I don't know, no. But anyways, yeah, so good times. That was fun. But yeah, fuimos witnesses de pinche boda.
Sí, güey. We've done a lot of shit. We've done a lot of fucking shit that was
So
like...
I'm like, yeah, Esteban did party. Pero pues es que lo jalaba uno.
Esteban de por-
Come on, let's go, man.
Pues es que Noelia tenía muchas amigas. Of course it was gonna party, güey.
Yeah, pero a él no le dices nada.
¿De qué?
¿De qué?
Like, fucking, he hooked up with your friends.
But I mean, I'm not her sibling like that, way. You get more fucking protection, way. Obviously.
Yeah.
Not, what are you complaining about, dude?
Es que a mí me salía regaño. Ámale, ¿yo qué culpa tengo?
Ay, güey, como que si no te la rimaste son unas amigas, güey.
también.
Ya, yo tengo historias también tuyas, güey. Para que te haces pendejo.
For the next time, no. Es que
Ramón. Todos
no.
andamos bien calientes, güey.
Andábamos de
No.
chile frito.
Esteban, the difference was,
Era rockero.
no, mira.
Era
Yo
galán.
decía, Esteban, let's go. I'm gonna pick you up, or you pick you up, whatever. Whenever we went out, Esteban was loyal with staying with his amiga Noelia.
Yeah.
Ahora, now if the flock of chickadills se arrimaban y empezaban a hacer su, like, oh, me lo separaban, pues ya era otra onda. I'm like, all right, llévenselo. Pero,
Pobrecito Esteban.
pero luego yo
Sí,
les
¿verdad,
decía,
güey?
yo les decía,
Quedé
hey,
bien traumado de esta juventud.
I would be like, hey,
Quedé súper traumado.
Your development years are tainted.
Pero súper traumado.
like,
quedé, güey.
siempre I'm like, hey, is that your boyfriend? No, man, my friend Esteban. Oh, does he have a girlfriend? I'm like, I don't know. O así que mi amigas traían a sus amigas. Entonces my thing was always like, he came here with me. I'm gonna take him back home. Pero mientras estemos aquí, lo que pasa, pasa. Pero sí, quedaban las chiquillas enamoradas. And I'm just like... Pero Esteban wasn't... This is the thing. Esteban wasn't doing anything to put himself in the situation to be...
Yeah, that's a cool guy.
Pero
That's
no,
a cool guy.
no las iba a correr.
No, pues,
Now,
¿cómo las va a correr?
you, on the other hand, my friends would call the house. I wasn't home, but he would entertain the phone call.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
¿ves, güey?
I'm gonna talk. ¿Qué no estamos hablando del viejito que le hablaban por celular?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, look,
Pues
there's
ahí está.
Holy
signs.
shit, bro.
Ahí está.
There was. I'm a talker, Noelia. I like to talk. Yo qué culpa tengo
Ya,
que
pero
llamen a
con
la
maña,
casa.
con maña, güey.
¿Cuál maña?
No,
cabrón?
sí.
Pero,
It's like-
¿a poco si hablaban los guy friends también los entretenías?
No.
I don't think that many
Está,
guys
güey.
call the house.
Pero you wouldn't entertain their
Hey,
conversation.
Noelia, did you ever have a pager?
I did. I did for a little bit. I did have a pager for a little bit, not too much. And I would never call back anyway.
Nomás lo tenías para la alarma.
Yeah.
¿Qué es esta madre? What
My
did you
hoes
say?
are texting me.
My host.
My dealer. No. Pero sí, pues, that was the difference, tú, Ramón,
My
de que,
hoes.
Esteban was there.
I
Ahí
was
se
just-
quedaba hasta que ya se lo llevaban.
No.
You
Me
get there y tú
desaparecía.
te desaparecías. Tú te
That's
desapareces
true.
a la...
Es because I don't want you to see my ratchetness.
No,
Oh, shit.
I was respectful, Noelia.
no, but I
Oh,
know.
shit.
Yo por eso dije,
I was
okay.
respectful.
That's why then afterwards when you stole him,
I didn't
Oh,
steal
Jesus
them.
Christ.
no, dije, no, it's because, my brother needs guy friends. Like, it's different guy friends, like doing the guy thing. Okay, I get it now. I get it.
Echamos desmadre.
I
chingón.
get it now. Antes sí era un poco de like, what the
chingona.
fuck?
Yeah. Y la cosa es de que no nos peleamos entre nosotros. We weren't like fucking, I think we still have that now. Like, no nos andamos bajando la vieja o no estamos batallando trying to
Yeah.
put the other guy
Yeah, too old
down.
for that shit too.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
And not only that, but whenever we went out, no estábamos que like, fuck, hey, tú paga, güey, or like,
Oh, yeah.
No, todos nos ayudamos. ¿Quién le toca? Ahora fucking I got
it's
this round.
those unspoken rules. Like, I was
Yeah.
asking my friend one time, we were chatting, like, it's because in tus grupos de friends, I think once you understand the roles, like, everybody's cool, the rules. Yo a veces cuando salgo con mis friends, I'm like, hey guys, I got this. Nah, let them know how much. I'm like, nah, because next time y'all get me. Next time y'all get me. You're going to get me next time.
Yeah.
Hay unos que sí, I'm like, they're very like, no, I want to pay you. Cuentas claras, amistades largas. Órale pues, because I'm the same too. Like, oh shit. But también, like, when I go out with my guy friends, I know I'm going to be taken care of. De que yo sé que ellos me van a cuidar. Because I've told them too, because one time my mom was like, my mom también mal pensada. She's like, ¿no te da vergüenza salir con muchachos y tú ser la única? And I'm like, no. And I'm like, they take care of me. Like, they
different
take,
times, no?
Yeah.
So la Santa Darks the down,
Yeah.
huh?
Pero digo, everybody knows their role. Everybody knows their rules.
Es la señora que se antoja, ma.
Yeah.
Hey, con su vestidito y sus Doc Martens. Ay.
Hasta de 29 me
You
estoy
were a little
llegando.
choker or no?
No.
You were a little choker?
The choking comes later.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I might not get my tits sucked, but I'll get choked.
Dude, that's fucking, that's what I'm, we're talking about being allies earlier. That's fucking awesome, dude. I think we should make it more, we should make it more acceptable for older women to date younger guys.
I mean, if y'all okay with it, si me dan la medición, I'm okay.
I don't think it should, I don't think it should
No
be an
problem with
issue.
that.
Oh, it's just,
I don't think it should be an issue.
No, it shouldn't. But my thing, me in my head, I'm like, man, these fuckers are young. They're not trying to get serious.
But you know what? You'd be surprised, dude. There's a lot of like younger women and men that are like super fucking mature.
Yeah, so well, I mean, listen, right now where I'm in my life, like I was telling Maria, have you seen that gif or meme or whatever of John Travolta, like the Pulp Fiction, where he's like,
Looking
that's,
around? Yeah.
That's literally where I'm at right now in my life. Like, I'm just like, I don't know, in general, like literally in general, not just like dating. The dating is the last thing on my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Pero digo, literally in life, I'm just like, pues, ¿a dónde na? Ahora, ¿a dónde me van a patear ahorita? You know? Where am I going to get kicked to? So, the goal is to just, because I've never, I mean, like people change, people try, pero yo siempre digo, yeah, I'm very black and white, but also I could be very, go along with the flow. When I know that it's going to be, like, if I feel safe, I'll go with the flow.
Yeah, yeah.
So right now, I'm just like, hey, pues a ver qué me trae la pinche vida, you know?
You don't struggle making new friends?
No.
Because we talked about that before. Like,
Well,
It's like I feel like it's a lost art for a lot of us. We're like, if we don't have the same friends that we had from like when we were early 20s, I feel like it's really difficult to like make friends.
You know what?
It's las ganas.
Yeah, I don't want to invest.
But it's
I don't want to
como
invest.
todo.
I have to answer your phone. Like,
no, but I think even with friendships, it's like dating too, because it's like, oh, I met this cool person. I've met like cool chicks and like they got my number, like, oh, let's hang out, and then we'll text. Yeah, they fizzle out. I'm like, all right, this chick didn't want to,
no, sí,
you know? Es lo mismo. There's people that I've met that que, you know, Maria, like, hey, girl, let's hang out. Fuck it, let's go. We hung out. We had a good time, good conversation.
Yeah, she's cool. Maria's cool.
I know you're going to be busy, but we'll do this again.
Yeah.
Entonces, you know, we've established a friendship with Professor.
You've met a lot of people from the podcast.
Yeah, with Professor Monica también de que.
Oh, she's cool, right?
Yeah, we've met, we've hung out. We're like planning to hang out again.
What is she a professor of?
Chicano studies?
No, I don't think it's Chicano
Like
studies. I know
some kind
she's
of
usually
science,
some STEM. I know it's a STEM program.
Oh,
she works
that's
at
awesome,
UCLA.
Hey, I need a you know what?
I don't know if it's a STEM cell, but it's a program. Like she, you know, she's legit. She's legit.
Yeah.
Hey,
Entonces,
you know, give me the info. I'm gonna reach out.
órale.
Yeah.
Entonces, con ella también, like, we've met in person, we get along. Gil and Amber. Entonces, me, I'm the type of person, as much as I can be very distrusting of people, my intentions when I do meet people, if it feels okay, que digo, porque hay una gente que yo digo, nah, hell no. I'm
Right
not
away,
bothered.
right away you get the vibe.
My discernment is in practice, and I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I'll listen to you, but I'm not going to get involved with you.
You know what would be nice to have? Like, if we could have like a... Like if ¿cómo se llama? El mero from the label was to do a carne asada,
Oh, Oscar.
you know? And if we were to have a carne asada and have all
Everybody
these
would
people,
just mingle and become
you know,
friends.
yeah, you know, break bread together.
It'll
So
be
what
a
we're saying
speed
is that
dating,
the
but
lack
for
of
friendship.
the lack of friendships in your life is because Oscar has not had the carne asada.
That's
No,
what it
I mean,
is.
it could broaden. It could
I'm gonna
broaden.
message Oscar myself.
You know,
Oscar.
because now he's
Yo le
just
voy a
taking it as a
decir-
joke.
No, yo le voy a decir,
No, he's
Oscar.
not taking you serious?
No, mira, güey, el otro día, ¿qué mandó el güey?
I'm gonna tell Oscar la cosa es seria. Mientras
Yeah.
you look for that, what I was gonna say
Why
is
you
that
look
Yeah.
yo cuando entro así, like, I'm very I'm guarded because
Yeah.
we've all been through shit. Of course I'm gonna be guarded. I still am.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I tell myself, the person I'm meeting, it's not their fault that I'm guarded.
No, it's not.
So I'm gonna trust this little process until they show me I can't trust them anymore.
Yeah.
So for example, with Maria, we had such like I told her, girl, you're my sister.
Yeah.
We were
She's
hanging out at my
super smart
place.
too.
We were hanging out at my place. We were talking shit, and she's like, "Oh, you know, girl talking." I'm like, "Girl, you're my sister.
Yeah.
Aquí lo que se dice, aquí se queda." You know.
Yeah.
Entonces, I trust that.
Just don't talk shit about my Esteban.
I trust that.
No,
until-
she's funny, dude, because she's like, you know, she has her master's from UCLA, like very fucking book smart, everything. But I seen her get a little hood sometimes.
Oh
dude.
yeah, that girl, yeah.
One time
yeah.
I remember in Bakersfield, there were some chicks that were getting sassy with her because she was changing in the women's restroom. And she told them, like, hey, you guys want to come in? Like, and they were like, no, go ahead. So she went in and she started changing. And I was like, holy shit, she can get hood, dude.
Yeah.
She can get like, she's one of those persons that you don't fuck with. Dude.
No.
Really.
Y es not even, y eso es lo que yo digo, like, yeah, we could get, but it's like, no, we're just, hey, setting the tone, setting my
Yeah.
boundary. Entonces yo soy así de que, once again, people that are shitty, I could see it. But then there's people that I'm like, oh, they're cool and everything. And I'm going to be cool with them. They seem to have good intentions. I have good intentions. But until you do something that lets me know you're a piece of shit human, or just you're not for me in any sense, then I just remove myself.
Yeah.
It'll fizzle out on its own.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It will. Because I've also learned that if I'm going to be meeting people in general, new people in my life, because now the friends I used to have, a lot of them, they're no longer my friends. For whatever reasons, because we all change.
Yeah, people
we all
change.
grow.
Yeah.
Friendships sometimes they just come to the end.
They
just
have a
fizzle.
shelf life.
Their chapter is over.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that there's animosity. Pero así como han ido pasando mis amistades, there's going to be new ones that come in. Now, my job is now to be more careful and trust my intuition more.
Yeah.
If I'm going to trust a person, then I'm also going to trust when that voice in my head says, yeah, they're probably not for you.
Yeah.
You know? Entonces, pues yo digo, like, I can make friends. I'm very social. I could be very...
What does your voice say about Oscar?
Oscar Mayer is his first name. Oh, sí.
¿Cómo es la canción? Oh, I wish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener. That is what I should like to be. If I was an Oscar Mayer wiener, everyone would be in love with me.
That sounds like the Ramon song.
Nah.
Qué bonita soy. Esa es la de-
Soy como me quiero. Si me muero. Jamás me podré olvidar. Ándale.
My baloney has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-R. My baloney has a second name. It's M-A-Y-E-R. Oh, I love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a way with B-L-O-G-N-A.
Okay.
Baloney.
Oscar.
Baloney, Oscar.
Mira la pinche old school commercial.
Mira, so on Tuesday, it's the Funny Person nuevo episode, right? And he's all like, boo. Yo le mandé una foto de una carne asada.
Oh, shit, right
And then
away.
he's all like, when you inviting? And I'm all like, when you actually set it up for the podcast family.
All right.
No, pinche Ramon quiere su carnita asada de
Hey,
año.
yeah, ¿sabes qué? It got to the point where like, no. I wanted it for us to all meet each other, boom, get together. Now it's become like,
It's
we need to have it.
Yeah. It's a goal.
I said that getting new friends is interesting way because I think one of the things I appreciate about you guys, like friends that I've had for a long time, is that you guys don't give me shit if I don't want to go somewhere.
Nope.
I think that's really important, dude. Like
Nope.
that's like you have no idea how much I appreciate you guys being understanding and so, like,
Yep.
that's just the way this dude is. Like, and there's nothing like I don't think it. People take it personal, but it really has nothing to do with like it's just I don't know.
Y es que ya, I mean, por eso digo, like, okay, you don't want to go to a social, that's cool. All right, when are you available for dinner? Un día que tú estés disponible, someone, because maybe that's ya la onda,
Pues mira, we've been planning a fucking steak
Yeah,
dinner
I've
for
heard.
fucking...
Oh, no, we got it ready. We got it
Pues
ready.
sí, güey, pero ¿cuánto duró? And then we agreed to a time in July. So it's like...
July 11th.
It's like, that's how it has to be now, I think,
Yeah.
for a lot of it.
But it's still okay because everybody is busy.
Yeah.
Esteban, as much as you're like, oh, no, pues yo no... You're nurturing your talent still.
Yeah.
And part of that nurturing is that you take care of yourself. You get in your zone, and that's what's keeping you afloat in your own way.
Yeah.
Hay gente que le gusta ir a los bars and get a drink and be social and mingle because that's in their nature.
Yeah.
There's other people like, me, that I could do both, where I'm like, oh, maybe it's como dicen, bipolar-ish thing, or just de que I could be out and about, but then I can also enjoy being by myself because it's like, okay, Noelia, but reality check. This is your solitude now. This is you. Because at the end of the day, wherever we go, who's with us? Ourselves.
Yeah.
Wherever you go, there you are.
Yeah.
Entonces, it's like, no, también disfrutar estar sola. Because, como dice, that's when you start processing things.
Yeah.
And start asking yourself, like, did I respond the way I should have?
Yeah. Why did I say that?
There's some things that I'm like, fuck, I didn't mean it that way. Like, let me.
Yeah.
Y my thing is like, let me reach out to this chick and be like, hey, what I said earlier, I didn't mean it that way because this is how I'm. Pero así, yo me acoplo cuando puedo. And then sometimes I'm the same where I'll be like, I don't want to go. Come on, girl. No, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
I don't have the energy in me.
Yeah.
And I've learned to respect that too about myself. Porque a veces uno dice, no, wait, babe, do it, girl, do it. I tell me like, nah, bitch, go have fun. You're going to be with your friends, blah, 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 blah. But then I'm like, I don't want to be in that type of environment.
Yeah.
So then I'll just tell myself, I could be with my friends the next day when we go to dinner.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, hey, let's go bowling. Or let's go do this, you know?
I think we do a lot of things in life for other people. So like I feel like a lot of people do things that they don't want to just because they want to please somebody else. And
Pues ahí está, case in point. Did you ever party? Yes, you party because it was the environment and the culture you were in.
yeah.
If you were in a culture of being a librarian, just reading books, it probably would have been, Pero en ese tiempo, it's like, no, sí salió, pero, it was because that was the environment.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude. I started playing in bars when I was 16, 17. I was already playing at the Stardust. So it's just being around that.
Because the thing is, too, it was like, you were never the one that was jumping on tables to initiate el desmadre.
Nah.
Pero te jalaban
Pues sí.
desmadre.
Pues sí.
Y pues ahí era lo que era. Pero fuera de eso, like, no. That's why I'm like, no. People, like, especially now, we're in that age that it's okay to slow down. It's okay to be home. It's okay to just take a breather. I'm saying that for us.
Yeah.
The 40 block up. The 30s and the
40 block up.
the 30s and when we were in our 30s, we were doing a lot of things too, exploring and whatnot. Pero
And I think maybe my memory doesn't serve me well, but I don't really think it was that crazy. But maybe
no, en los 30s tampoco, ¿verdad?
But I'm just saying, like in the 20s, like I don't know. Maybe no me acuerdo de muchas cosas, pero de lo que yo me acuerdo is sometimes I think about it, like, was there really that many chicks? And then I'm like, I don't think there was, but I just don't know. Maybe my memory just doesn't serve me well.
You blocked it all out, bro.
I don't know, dude. I don't really think that there was that much.
You know what it is too is that, por ejemplo, like I would see it like girls like, oh, yo lo miraba, because I'm a spectator of the whole situation. Just like when people tell me like, no, guys hit on you, and I'm just like, what? Se me va por la onda because it's like, it's a self-esteem issue for sure, because we don't think like anybody's gonna be paying attention to it.
Yeah.
But then the different perspective is what people saw.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh no, había un pinche de chavas que le querían con este güey.
Oh, yeah.
You know, querían con este chavalito, like, ay, era el misterioso.
Hasta la fecha.
Del curly hair, míralo muy
Hasta la
callado.
fecha.
Hasta la fecha,
Yeah.
es que entre that's the thing about our perspective in life versus like women is that I feel like the older we get, the easier it is también. Like I feel like I like it's just weird. Like I go to like a Starbucks or something and then I look at like, dude, you're like 22. Like what the fuck? How are you like flirting with like somebody that's older? I feel like the older I get, it's like the more attention somehow.
I think so too.
Yeah,
In
it's
general,
just-
like, oh, what?
Yeah,
like weird.
eres el pinche Chicano George Clooney, güey.
Nah, güey, no mames.
Míralo.
Nah.
Pinche guapetón.
And I wish sometimes, like when I was like in high school, I'm like, fuck, when nadie me pelaba. Like, you know, you hear like, I remember those things. And then now que ya me vale madre, it's like, fuck, güey. And I think that's what life is, though. No? Like, when I stopped giving a shit about music as far as like, oh, I want to be this, that's when everything started coming into place. It's like when I just said, I'm not doing it for that reason. When I just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm just doing it because this is what I love to do.
Because your intention changed.
Then that's when I started seeing everything just kind of coming together.
The intention changed of the playing music was no longer to get this spotlight. Now playing music it's part of you. It's part of your journey, your spirit. It's in your genetic makeup.
But that's when things started to kind of happen.
Because you started to.
Yeah, before it wasn't like that. And all of a sudden I changed that perspective. And all of a sudden it's like, oh shit. Like, and then it just feels weird. Like we're playing like this fucking, in August, we're going to go to Arizona and we're playing like this fucking stadium gig. With like, I think it's with Los Lonely Boys is playing that night.
What?
Or something like that, yeah.
Was it heaven?
Yeah, so
Ya no tengo el pelo largo. I cut my hair, Noelia.
pero mira, like gigs like that before you would be like, holy shit, that's what I want. And now it happens and it's like, it's not the same feeling that I thought it was gonna be, you know. It's just like, it's just what we have to do. And I think that once I just kind of not gave a shit about it and just doing it, I think it just kind of everything started working in place. It's fucking weird that works like that.
But es que también es la edad, Esteban.
Yeah.
You're obviously you're more mature. You've experienced way more many things.
Yeah.
Que ahorita yo dices, ya tú entiendes lo que es importante. You understand what's important. And that's why I keep saying as a spectator, as your friend, is like, no, you're nurturing your talent.
Yeah.
Like you're keeping that, you're planting that talent. You're watering that talent. I'm sorry. You're watering your talent. Where other people, if they were just still stuck on their ego-based goals, they would be all miserable. Like, I didn't make it in life. I didn't become a rock star and everything, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
No, but you're surrounding yourself, with younger people, with a female lead singer who now you're experiencing different things through that lens.
Yeah.
And then who knows, you know, going through this Arizona show too, you're like, yeah, it's a show, it's a bigger venue, but who knows what connections might be aligned for you, for the band.
Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, it just
Porque
feels
tu
like
intención ya ahorita is
it's
like,
different.
it's about the art now. It's about the talent.
It's like I need to do it.
Yeah. It's
not
part of your makeup.
Yeah, it's not really like, oh, I want to do this. It's just more like I have to do it. And then that's, I don't know. The other thing too is like when I told myself like, you know what, you're just an intermediate guitar player. Like once I put that like, wait, I'm not like a pro. Like, you know, sometimes as a musician or when you do something like you do art, like you feel like your skills at a certain level. But I think when I came to the realization, like I'm just still an intermediate guitar player. I feel like a lot of that pressure just kind of went away. I think that was helpful too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we think we're better than we really are.
Y eso cuando tuviste ese moment of like, oh, maybe I'm not as was it recent? Was it clarity?
Was recent, yeah, like maybe a month or two ago.
Yeah. So I think that's.
But it for some reason took a lot of the pressure off.
Yeah.
Like, wait, why does this feel lighter? Like, why do I now enjoy like more like the events? Like now I enjoy more.
Because también it happens that you're reconditioning your mindset. You know, like recently you're like, oh shit, I'm realizing these things. So it's just part of that, of growing older, de que te empiezas a dar cuenta like, oh, okay, maybe I don't need to be doing this anymore. You know, like what the fuck am I so pressured about this for, you know?
I mean, it wasn't easy, to be honest. I mean, there's something to like, you know people that are artists that, you know, have struggled and that not only with music, but like painters and things like that. I mean, you have people around you that are also talented in other ways. And when you start getting into like your late 30s and your early 40s, it becomes like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It feels kind of like weird. Like sometimes it's like, wait, I'm fucking 42 years old and I'm still fucking carrying shit.
Trying to figure
like, it's one of those things where I told Maria like not too long ago, like, you know, this is like, I had already given up on like trying to pursue anything. I was just comfortable, like just playing in my room and kind of just using it as a meditative thing where like you kind of just start playing and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, an hour passed. Oh, I feel good. I was just going to use it like that. And then when this opportunity came around is when I was like, you know, let's just try it one more time. This was like let me just fucking give it more than I did before. Let me just try. And then this is the journey that I'm in right now in this stage where it's like, I had already told myself, okay, I don't want to do this like that. I'm just going to do it just to fucking enjoy it. But then this was the last, like, well, let me try one more time. And then here we are. So it's just kind of weird how that works, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Y eso también it's because also to you putting some fears away of like, ¿cómo te digo? Por ejemplo, yo like, I've been the last, I don't know how long. I mean, like, I want to go back to school. I want to go back. I want to do something and everything. But then the insecurities of like, am I still smart enough and everything? So I was going that because these sisters do like, once you let go of some certain pressure of meeting an expectation, if everything started falling. So I was talking to my friend Manny because he's in the master's program. And then he just like, I'm like, when we were growing up, my parents wanted A's. A's and B's and A's and A's and A's. Okay.
I gave them B's and C's.
I would give them A's and B's.
I was happy with a C+.
Okay.
I know.
So I grew up with that idea. So then when I was in college, that was always the idea. And then in college, I ended up on probation because andaba de perreando, you know? I was partying with the sorority girls. I was not in a sorority. I was partying with my lab buddies. I was partying like the college thing, you know?
And that's when you met Esteban too.
Yeah. Esteban I already knew. Yeah, I met you at that time. Entonces, met Esteban, started
Esteban
going
was
gigs,
a downfall.
starting going places,
right.
You know, whatever. Pero siempre, even after I graduated from college, because it took me a little longer because I had to make up credits. Y yo también,
Should have been a doctor.
I had a job and all that shit. Once I graduated, I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. I know I want to, but now I have a lot of experience in the work field. But a lot of the pressure was like, fuck, like, I'm not going to get the grades that I need. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to be able to do this. Hasta que mi friend me dijo, man, he's like, dude, all I ever cared about was as long as I had a passing grade. As long as I passed the class, I didn't give a fuck. He's like, as long as I had a passing grade. He's like, I don't care if I had a A or a B. He's like, as long as there was a passing grade, I'm just like, he's like, that was my only thing. He's like, maybe that's what you should do. Just as long as you pass the class, you should be fine. I'm just like, you're right. I'm like, but I always grew up with the idea that I had to be at the best with all the other students because I have to show my parents that I'm doing good.
Noelia, I could have told you that.
I know, but nobody gonna listen to you. Look at all your dating choices.
Hey, it paid off.
Look at all the times you got caught being dumb. You think
It paid off, Noelia.
No te voy a poner atención a ti. Ya sé, pero once again, it's like you hear from other people, you're like, oh.
Wait, why aren't you just happy that she came to that realization? Why are you getting hurt that you could have told her that?
Because it's all about him.
Just be happy that she fucking came to that realization, dude.
Yeah, entonces pues dije, okay, you know what, you're
Fuck you,
right.
Esteban.
So part of that, so once I let go of that idea that like, I don't have to have A's. I have a lot of experience. I think Maria too. Maria and Professor Monica were both told me separate times like, dude, you have experience. And now where you're at, like that's what the programs are probably going to look at, your experience. Because I'm like, if they look at my college records, like fuck, 2 point some, casi a 3 something, but whatever. The point is I was on probation at one point.
Fuck.
You know, where they're like, hey, your grades are too low. We're gonna cut your financial aid, and you gotta. I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna?
I gotta start going to class.
Yeah.
But how much of it is also like the insecurity of being like the older person in the classroom? I mean, because I feel like I went through that where I'm like, you sometimes you're like, fuck, I'm 35, like, and you kind of feel like, shit, I'm like the oldest person in this fucking gig, like. Am I too old for this shit? Like, what the fuck? And I feel like those are a lot of pressures that are unnecessary.
You know what? I do think that sometimes, but then once again, the power of social media, seeing pictures of elderly 80-year-olds graduating with their AA.
It's never too late.
Exactly. So when I start feeling those thoughts of like, nah, bitch, you're too old, you're to this, you to that, you know, I named my brain Jules, by the way. I'm like, Jules, shut the fuck up. Like, stop saying this shit to Noelia. Stop saying this shit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
So I need to put a name. I read that. You need to put a name to your brain. Entonces, por eso dije, okay. So I was talking to Maria. I think that's one of my first goals right now, to like start researching online schools. Recently, by the power of the universe, I was reconnected physically in person to one of my favorite professors from college who to this day I still have his books. And I was able to talk to him in person. I'd be like, hey, Professor Rios, this is blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, those are things that, because once again, I let go of the idea that like I have to be perfect at school. Because I grew up with that with my parents, you know, them being immigrants who came here for a better opportunity to give to their children. So that was another pressure, because as children of immigrants, like, fuck, like, they came here for this and look what I'm doing, I'm not doing, you know?
Right?
But then I tell myself what they came here for was a better opportunity, and the better opportunity is to be a better person to people here. And that's what I'm going to do. But as far as those pressures of being the best, once we let go of that, it's like when things fall into place.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just
because when you
of...
realize like, okay, I'm not going to be a celebrity or, you know, have that stardom that maybe as a young guy you wanted. Because you want to be able to show people like, dude, I couldn't do this shit. Now it's just like, it's part of your nature. It's part of who you are. And it's being nurtured in an environment where you're learning, like, dude, that kid reminds me of me. And then maybe someone in your group is like, dude, Esteban's so fucking smart. He knows about this.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So in your own way, shape, or form, you're serving as a teacher to someone.
I mean, it's just the learning experience or the learning process just never ends. Like, even to this age, the other day I was looking for, like, I still want to take lessons. I still want to, like, learn more, because you just never, I came to the realization that it's just an endless, like, I can study this for the remainder of my life and never feel like I mastered it.
No, never. Esteban, our brain is never going to be satisfied. Our brain is always going to be open to learning new things. Now, when we're 80, there's some people, of course, dementia. No, but hay una gente que de 80, 90, they're still fucking sharp.
Oh, they're
as
sharp.
fuck.
Yeah, sharp.
You know, they'll fucking start, you give them a piano or something. And
yeah.
No, look at Meche.
Yes.
She's still learning a lot of shit on.
Yeah.
Dude, she's doing homework online. She does homework on. Dude, that lady amazes me.
Dude,
I'll be looking at her like,
you know, and she's so freaking proud of it, man.
oh no, yeah. It is, yeah. I mean, I'm like, with my mom, I'm learning too. Like, oh, she mírala.
It's a lot of those old fucking sayings that are fucking stupid. Like, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And like, we're raised with like these kind of sayings that the older we get, the less we're gonna be able to learn something. I just don't think that. I think what keeps us from learning when we get older is the stubbornness and the thinking that you're right. I don't think it really, because when we were hear that as kids, I would always think like, okay, maybe your brain, you know, stops working a certain way after a certain amount of years. But now I'm realizing that no, that's not the way it works. The thing is that you're stubborn and you don't want to. You think you know everything. The older you get, and that's what keeps you from learning things. Like, just be humble. Like,
Y también la flojera a veces. Conmigo es la flojera. Like, I think I was telling you guys earlier, like, you know, I'm going to slow down on certain practices so that I can start new practices. You know, I'm trying to, like, read more. Pero luego me aventa lo pinche la. So, I'm trying to figure how to do that. Pero, yeah, the brain always needs to be fed good stuff, too. Porque igual que podemos, like, feed information, then those creepy-ass voices start coming into...
Yeah, you start overthinking shit. Okay. Pero pues, I think it's something to look forward to. I mean, I think once you get older, I honestly think that right now it's like I'm barely starting to live life. Like, I feel like the 20s, 30s was just a preparation, but I feel like now now is when you start really fucking living.
Yes, because if we start living because we're starting to be open to see like, oh, okay, this is what I have now. This is where I'm at now. Yo digo, like, yo en mis 20s hice lo que tenía que hacer. Went to college, partied, met friends, met people, traveled, did all the fun shit. In my 30s, I did what I had to do. Now it's just like, all right. So, ya ponme donde me ocupas. You know?
Yeah.
Like, and then I have to do the self-talk. I'm like, no, stop being so insecure. Stop putting yourself down so much. Stop thinking that you're this. You're not lazy. You just lack motivation.
Yeah.
Get motivated. Think about your future. Entonces así,
There's a lot of pressures that we put ourselves.
And
you talk about having A's and like the reality is not everybody's smart enough to have A's. Like, not
everybody should be in a school system.
No.
Not everybody is made for a classroom setting.
No.
So that's why I understand some kids are like, no, es que es muy difícil. No, your kid's just bored in that class.
But we go back to, like you say, like laziness. We go back to that where I think a lot of like the 20-year-olds have that now. It's like, okay, you don't want to go to school, but what the fuck are you doing? Like, do something, start a business, fucking pursue something. Like, you can't just expect to fucking not do anything and then somehow life is just going to figure itself out.
No. There's going to be shit that happens, but once again, maybe who's around those 20-year-olds?
Yeah, they don't have a role model.
No.
I mean, who's giving people like who even knows about finances in their 20s? Like we buy so much shit that we don't need, and then like at our age, like the average supposedly, which average is very tricky, but we should have at least 200K fucking saved up according to fucking everybody. Who the fuck has 200K for retirement at our age? And when you start thinking about that, you start thinking about retirement at this point. Like I start thinking now more about retirement than any other time where it's like, wait, like, how the fuck am I gonna really do this? Like, you know what I mean?
It was one of those, like, I remember telling like, I'll worry about that shit when I'm old. From one idea, like, I'll worry when I'm. Now I'm at that age, like, okay, ahora sí, like,
I'm old.
Digo, I have my out. Like, even yesterday, my mom was like, ay, tú nomás estás. I'm like, well, people invite me to go out. My mom's issue with me is that I don't go to church. That's my mom's issue with me.
Yeah.
Vas a todos lados menos a misa. Vas a todos lados menos a visitar al Santísimo. I'm like, okay. And I told him, like, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm not going to argue with you. And I told her yesterday, I'm going to start trying to go on Saturdays to Mass. Just maybe. Because she's been pushing it on us. I'm like, okay, I'm going to listen to that as a sign too. No voy a ignorar a mi mamá, no, porque si fuera otra viejita, I'd probably be like, oh my God. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to listen to my mom. I'm going to, So I told her, like, okay, ma, okay, voy a ir y esto. Because it's like, I want to have that sense of chill with my mom. De que, see, like yesterday, we were watching some movie and then she goes into her Bible talk and then we get into debates and I'm like, all right, bye, peace out, I got to go. Pero at least I'll be like, ma, fui a misa y sí leí esto. Because then she wants to talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
So my thing is like, I'm paying attention to the signs. So I'm like, okay. Pero, I forgot what I was saying, Esteban. But the point is that, yeah, we're in a stage where we're starting to be aware of things that we don't want anymore, things that we do want, but more than anything, nurturing the talents that we still have,
Yeah.
Yo también por eso digo, like, with the school thing, I tell people, like, it's never too late to go back to school. And here I am, like, I'm scared to go back to school.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's easier said than done.
Yeah, it's never too late for this.
Yeah.
Y luego también my pedo es, and I was talking to Maria and my other friend about Professor Monica, like, I don't want to go to school where I have to work with students, like where I have to do teamwork with the classmates because I hate teamwork. And then what if I'm in the classroom with younger people and they start talking about shit that I'm like, bitch, I've been through that. Let me tell you something. And then they're going to be like, look at this old ass bitch, don't know nothing in the class with a bunch of kids, So it's just, once again, those are all our own intrusive thoughts.
They are,
because once we're in a situation, people start telling you the very opposite of what you thought about yourself.
Oh, 100%. And I learn from them all the time. Like, just because they're 26, 27-year-olds doesn't mean that they can't teach me something.
Yes.
I mean, you just have to be open-minded.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what helped me is that if I see a 27-year-old, I don't really judge them based on their age, because I think a lot of people, they make this mistake is they're interacting with a 27-year-old as a 27-year-old interacting with somebody our age. And I feel like there's always a disconnect. What helped me is that I put myself when I was their age, like, okay, these people are fucking on it, dude. When I was this person, when I was Maria's age, I didn't know what the fuck. Now she's fucking doing all this. So I don't treat them like they're 27, 28.
Yeah.
I treat them with the respect that they deserve, because when I was that age, I was fucking, and the fact that they're doing this, like, you have to like acknowledge that, you know.
Yeah.
We can learn
Pues sí.
something from them.
Pues ahí está. Me voy a dejar llevar a dates por los 29-year-olds.
Estamos de fiesta.
Come on, Jesús. Like, hey, how old are you? I'm old. Like, what's up?
Let us know how it works out.
Ay, pues si ustedes me dan permiso, ustedes dicen, no,
The
you know what?
shufflers,
this is
the shufflers
good.
want to know.
We have to bridge that gap.
Yeah, Noelia.
Well,
You gotta shape the youth today. The youth
You
mind.
have to show them how life is.
I guess so. I was
Show 'em
telling
how life is, eh?
who was I telling that? The Gil and the Mind Buzz, Amber and Gil. I was telling them, Gil, I feel like I'm now. It's been a while. I'm creeping my head out, like. So part of it.
groundhog.
Yeah, part of it might be the 29-year-olds. No se crean. 45-year-olds are welcome too.
Yeah, all
Y con
ages.
terrenos.
All ages.
Yeah, los terrenos. I'm like, you know
All
what?
ages.
Stop being so picky. No? Maybe he doesn't have terrenos, but maybe he has a little backyard,
Yeah, for Tater to run around.
And for the carne asada. We never know.
Well, the
That's
one
important.
Hey, maybe a lo mejor así se anima Oscar de aventar la carne asada.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him up. Like, look, Oscar,
Well, shit's getting
I've been a mediator in my family my
getting
whole
serious,
life.
yeah.
I like to bring the parties together.
Be
What
like-
can I do to help you facilitate this?
Be like, Oscar, when we started talking about this, the pound of asada was $7.89. Now it's fucking $24.
Yeah, but he's not gonna put it all. Todos iba a ser de traje.
Like a potluck.
Y luego,
Yeah.
¿sabes qué? También más que nada, I feel like he will make the time to hear me out, because I have always defended him. Like, hey, man, don't be
Yeah.
picking on him, Ramon.
I try to too, but sometimes it's
Like, Ramon, leave Oscar alone. Leave him and his, whatever it is you're bugging him about.
Leave Oscar alone.
I feel like I try to avoid it, but sometimes they just kind of.
Yeah, like, leave the short king alone.
Promises were made.
Yo lo defendí, entonces le voy a decir, Oscar.
Expectations were put out there.
Oscar has sent me, me ha mandado like, hey, follow this artist. I'm like, yeah, for sure, Oscar, I'm gonna do it. Hey, and he always tell me like, whatever I can do to support you.
I think he's did
see?
me that too.
Yeah,
¿Sabes qué,
también,
Oscar?
pero we were like,
Screenshot.
until we get the carne asada.
Oscarin, you send me something, bro, but I don't appreciate the copy and paste way. It seemed very ChatGPT.
Yeah, it seems very informal.
Yeah,
acá dándole
dude.
crédito.
No dice like, hey, Ramon, Esteban, and Fernando.
Oscar, if you want me to follow somebody, dude, don't copy and paste, bro.
Y yo
That's-
siempre like, for
¿Dónde
sure,
está?
Oscar, I got you. I'll follow.
You know?
But
¿Qué te
now-
cuesta? You know? Like, okay, you copy and paste, but then go in there and change it up, make it personal. Like, I get
Yeah.
the body of text or
Yeah.
whatever, the information. Okay, that, but you could personalize
Sí.
it.
Y sabes, you know how they're...
You know, I know that he copy and paste and mass send that to everybody because he said, "I'll even buy you your first drink." He knows I don't fucking drink.
Exactly.
He knows I don't fucking drink. dude.
Oscar, you've been caught.
So I'm like,
You
bro,
have been caught.
I'm like, if you want me to follow Paige, bro, you gotta don't send me
Sí,
a
él
chat
me dijo lo
GPT.
mismo. I don't know if I told him, like, no, mejor unos tacos.
Pero mira, that's how I know. He said, "I'll even buy you your first drink." Oscar, I don't
Oscar,
drink,
man.
Mira, is this the same one? Hey, do me a favor.
bro. Era,
Hey, do me a favor and get my friend.
era. Read it out. I get the same.
Oh, do me a
Get my
favor.
friend Harless a follow. He's an incredible musician and just started a new project
Hold on.
/ band.
If you can, check out one of their local shows. I'll even buy you first drink. Thank you for all your support in the past. Let me know if I can return the favor or help you in any way.
That is,
To
yeah.
the T.
Oscar!
Oscar, bro.
Hey, come on.
It was a little turn off when I read that, Oscar.
I've
I'm
been
not gonna lie.
defending him this whole time. I felt that message was personal. Like, oh, he took the time to be like, hey, Noelia. But he
You
didn't
know
put
what?
Noelia.
Not like my friend over here. Look, check it out. Esteban sends me this. All right? Esta photo, right?
Uh-huh.
And then he says, how to do a double take. You know, that right
That's
there.
personal, bro.
That's
Yeah.
personal. Look at this guy.
That's not ChatGPT, bro.
¿Sí o no se parece a
Se parece
Miguelón?
pinche
Yeah,
Ramon
like,
youngster.
like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah,
fucking
maybe,
raised.
yeah. Before the white
Yeah.
chin.
Yeah.
And-
Oscar.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
know how
I didn't-
people- you know how in
Oscar,
the-
that's the only reason I didn't follow this page you wanted me to follow because I didn't
It
feel
seemed
like it was
a bot.
personal.
Like a bot.
I thought your
Yeah.
page got hacked, bro.
So you know how like in the business world they're like, hey, we'll have your people call my people. I am the people. I'm gonna reach out to him, and I will be like, "Hey, look, we're gonna have to do this, Oscar. Yo ya I volunteered to make the rice.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Yeah. Noelia gets down with the
I'm
rice,
gonna make
bro.
it happen. Now, if you guys are invited, I don't know, but I'm gonna invite myself. No, yo voy a hablar con Oscar, serio pedo, Oscar.
Serio pedo,
De
pinches
que-
Karin. Mándame pinches mensajes aquí
Yeah,
personales,
and then he
güey.
even sent it to my personal, igualito.
No, es que he copy and pasted, güey.
man.
Oscar, that was a turn off, bro.
Hey, what do we don't start with Oscar? We hit up Rob, like, hey, Rob, you know this guy.
You know what? Yeah. And look, for
I
all
bet
the
you Rob tells him,
for
like,
all the
hey, let's do
listeners
it.
out there, all right? The band that he wants us to follow, or the musician, is called the Sunset Dregs. All right? DREGS at the end.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
Sunset Dregs.
Drags. Like, in vez of drags, it's dregs.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right? They got an
Follow
Instagram and they got music and everything. So, yes, look, we could share it and we could let the listeners know para que vea que
Pero
estamos
what's the name of
dispuestos.
their...
Pero that dude Harless, that guy that he mentioned,
Yeah.
that dude's pretty badass on guitar, güey.
Ahí está.
All
You
through-
heard it here.
All
really
through
good.
My Grito
You know, my grito,
podcast network.
yeah, but I
Is it
think it
podcast
just go
network?
by my grito.
My Grito network.
Yeah, he's pretty
Give
good.
him a follow.
He's pretty good, that dude.
You know,
Send
I
him a
mean,
message about the...
¿Qué más podemos hacer, Noelia? I mean, we started off as like as simple as get together, break bread, y luego al rato it started as a joke, and then it like escalated. Now it's just to like, we even said it like, dude, we need a win. You know,
We need to win.
we need a win.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
we're not
I'm
even putting the pressure on him to like do pon todo.
Yeah, you know what? Noelia's right. We should just go to church instead of doing this podcast on Sundays. Because we're doing that for
Estamos de
what?
fiesta con Jesús.
We could be at church right now, hanging out with the
Yeah,
fucking
con el
church
Santísimo,
girls.
bro.
Fucking, not church girls.
No, con las guadalupanas right there in the bake sale or the
Hey, the,
nacho sale.
the Guadalupanas were church girls.
At some point.
Nah, yo ya no puedo estar con
No,
chingaderas.
ya. Yo también, yo soy hombre de hogar.
Ay, hombre, hombre.
Soy
Yeah.
hombre serio.
Yo tengo un amor y ya.
Pues yo no tengo nada.
No puedo
That's
andar,
darling.
no puedo
I
andar,
did get my Gaga ticket. Thank you.
no puedo andar de pirujo ya yo.
No,
Yeah. Pero bueno, ya llegamos al final. Holy shit, we went almost like 240.
Está bien, hombre.
240.
You're making up
Wait.
from last week?
Are we telling our weights now or what? What do you mean we went 240?
All I know is that she ain't 280, she ain't no lady.
No, lady.
So I'm keeping my lady status.
Ya viene el winter.
Man, you know.
Yeah, y-
Come
Warm
get
in the
it.
winter,
Ya no-
gives you shade in the sun.
Ya no es en San Marcos, so we gotta fucking...
I know. My mom, man, yo tenía mis San Marcos y tenía un hoyo in the middle, like a big one.
Ay, güey.
But I still
Glorio.
had it. Ya lo estaba como zarape.
Pinche Glorio.
And I took it home. I took it to my mom's to wash it y lo like she fucking... Pues ya estaba roto. I'm like, no.
Pero ¿cuál paisaje tenías en tu...
La tigre, la chira.
Oh, ya te
Así, toda la...
Yo tengo el pinche el oso con el salmón en el río.
Oh, that's a good one.
Dude, that's a good
Fucking
one.
mid-catch.
Yeah.
Hablando de salmón.
Yo tengo los homies.
¿The homies?
Yeah, I got the homies San
That's
Marcos.
not all, chico. San Marcos. I'm talking about...
No, but it's...
Tienen que
it's
ser
got the-
animales, güey.
I had the... What was it? Tenía the wolf.
Yo una vez sí, cuando estaba joven, tenía una de Harley, güey. Que me la agarramos de Tijuana. Una pinche San Marcos de Harley Davidson. Dude, that shit was so fucking comfortable.
Yeah.
Ay, güey, esos pinches cobijas
All
chidas.
right, then, pues, raza, un chingo de gracias. Noelia, thank you for filling in for Ferns. Ya
Ferns.
oyeron,
First, we gotta start the GoFundMe.
ya oyeron, Ferns, pues se lo llevó el hielo.
Yeah, he got deported.
You know, fucking, that's what he gets for fucking going for his McGriddle at a Home Depot. Ojalá le vaya bien.
Criddle.
We're gonna try to see if we could get him out, but most likely, como está la situación, I don't think we're gonna get him next week.
No, pues es que está caro el compa.
You know? Y no se los olvide también, Saturday, if you guys are around the Oxnard area, Esteban's going to be out there with Maria Sanchez and the Midnight Group.
Oh, yeah, the pipiripao.
The Pipiripao, el Palomazo.
¿Es Palomazo series o nomás Palomazo?
No, it's
No,
going to
it's un festival.
be a festival.
Palomazo
There's going to be like 5 bands, no?
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be mariachi.
On the 14th?
Next Saturday.
Oh, I can't. I have the Chalk Fest.
What's that?
Pasadena Chalk Fest. So
What
a
is
bunch
it?
of artists that draw on the floor.
What are the good at that?
Huh?
Nah, I'm
Chalk
just
Fest.
kidding.
Está bien chingón. Like, it's crazy the art that they create with the chalk. It's
These,
pretty.
I was talking to the Pipiri Paws guys, and it's pretty awesome that they're fucking leaning into the music because they have a cool little fucking network out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a cool little scene out there in Oxnard.
And the setting that they have is perfect. They got all those Victorian homes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember we did the,
It was really nice
event
there.
out there in June.
It's really nice.
So
over
it's
there.
the first festival that they're running, so it's gonna be pretty exciting.
So
gonna be
todos los shufflers out in the 805, is it?
I don't know what Oxnard is, man.
I think so. It's
Is it?
805.
Pues por allá, los que estén por allá.
Yeah, that over there in the fucking, what is it? The
Ahí.
Valley? No.
No, it's not a Ventura County. man.
Ventura County, there we go. Fuck, I'm fucking brain farting.
Shit,
Todos los de Ventura que quieren una aventura.
Una aventura es más bonita.
I don't know who that is.
Some salsero, I think it is.
No es el Carlos. No, no es Carlos Vives. Es ¿cómo se llama? Whatever.
Whatever. So, el 14, allá in Oxnard, and what is it, Heritage?
Heritage Park, I think,
Yeah.
or Plaza.
So, buscan, go through Pipiripao.
Pipiripao.
Y yo soy el Pipiripao.
Okay.
Pipiripao.
Okay.
All right. So June 14th, ahí va a estar Maria Sanchez and the Midnight Groove, Mariachis. There's going to be other bands. Va a haber, it's a good time. If you guys see Rolando, Heriberto, ahí díganle, hey, I heard this on the shuffle, or I followed you on the page. I know that Esteban's going to be here, Maria's going to be here.
I heard about the carne asada. Oh, no.
Oh,
it's not
no,
them,
that's
my
that.
bad.
That's that.
That's separate.
That's
my bad.
separate, you know, yeah. You know, y cáiganle, fucking, you know, do the shuffle proud and, you know, represent for all of us. Yo no voy a poder ir. Fernie va a estar todavía en el bote.
Oh, my God.
He's in a detention center.
Noelia's going to be chalking up the fucking streets in Pasadena.
Holy shit, he's gonna be tagging over there.
Yeah, fuck yeah, you know. Y pues con eso, pues un chingo de gracias. Hasta la próxima. And don't forget to support, share the podcast.
Thank you,
Y
man.
todo el pinche desmadre. Leave leave DMs, comments y todo eso.
Vámonos.
All right? And,
I
hey,
gotta go to church, bro. It's
yeah.
Sunday.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
and fucking reach out to my grito, all right?
Yeah.
Everybody fucking tell 'em-
Copy
tell
and
'em what
paste.
the fuck you do. Copy and paste, all right?
Don't copy and paste, Oscar.
Copy and paste the
Oscar, a mí háblame con la neta, bro. Tell me, hey, güey, qué chido,
¿Qué
pedo.
pedo? Hey,
Follow
hazme
this
el
dude.
paro,
Hey,
cabrón.
we should all write, like, copy and paste. Like, hey, you said you'd buy me a beer, but I want tacos. Just copy
I
and
want
paste.
a carne asada.
Oh, yeah. All right. Y'all eat Oscar.
All right. So, un chingo de gracias y hasta la próxima. Ratos with that, eh?
Ay, que aquí espantan. A ver,
Hey, so what do I hit over here? Stop or pause?
She grabbed one.
Stop, güey.
Just all right, stop, all right.